welcome to Shackled City, episode number, this is 12, right? We're on 12?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, episode 12. That feels kind of good. We're slowly putting these behind our belt, and that feels nice, but we'll see how much longer you guys last, right? We'll see how much longer you last. Are you stoked to see what happens? I know last time I left you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Us
yeah.
players last, or us these characters last? Because I think those answers are very different.
¿Por qué no las dos?
The answers are still very different.
Okay. Well, I mean, how do your characters feel? I think that's important to say.
Right now, our characters feel fine, but in the morning, when we find out more information, we're probably going to feel, oh, hell.
Gonna wake up with a crick in my back.
And some of us are going to be concerned about getting thrown off of Cauldron walls.
Aaron's gonna wake up missing his kidneys and a bath of ice.
His name will now be Charlie.
Bizarre. Unfortunate even, but bizarre. So, it's good to see you guys, man. It's good to see your faces. I'm glad you are excited to be back here for the next round of how can we explore our characters' trauma? Episode 12. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm stoked to see what you guys have in store for me, because no matter what I plan, you just do what you do regardless. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, let's just go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate you being here. This is episode 12. All of these, with an exception, episode 10, are backlogged currently on YouTube. You guys can go check that out on our YouTube. I'm sure one of my mods will ping that up for you at their leisure. Additionally, if you guys want to see this to continue to succeed, you can do so by gifting out subs. We have a luck reroll purpose, which you can see just behind me over here, which we are starting today with 1 and 2 luck rerolls. We are technically 7 subs away from luck reroll number 3. If you don't know what that is,
you too could be the one to give us luck rerolls.
Yes. If you don't know what that is, it is essentially an opportunity for them to take a d20 to reroll it. It is their opportunity at success. I also get rerolls. I can use them in any way I so desire. Even if I'm unhappy with their successes, I can make them reroll their successes. Whatever it takes to make the story more interesting in the moment. Yeah. But oftentimes, I find that I am a kind, benevolent, and generous storyteller, and I will give them away if it means their success, because let's just face it, guys, they're really bad at rolling. They're just really bad at rolling.
Yeah, it's just suck at it.
Yeah. So sometimes you gotta look out for your people. So that's what we're capable of doing. There's also ways to throw wild magic at them directly, but you got to be a supporter on patreon.com/BubTalks. Support over there at any level that you wish. But if you wish to get access to the wild magic, you'll have to see the right levels to do so. You can make that happen. Let's talk about what happened last time. Can you guys remember what happened? I remember one big thing, one real sharp and poignant moment.
I think we went on a fishing trip.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Somebody got
about
stuck with a hook.
you got something about buying a farm, I think.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get the kids someplace to live. So
True. True.
I'm in the wrong game. I wasn't here last week, apparently. I missed this recap, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, see, Aaron, we're figuring he bought the farm. He's the one that wants it in his name.
No, we pretty much started off the day the same as we did the day previous, which is looking around for clues.
Looking around for clues. This is what, some
Yeah.
Ghost Rider shit? You guys, what are we looking for today? Why are we looking for
Mystery
clues?
machine.
Clues on
Thanks,
what?
Shaggy.
It's Blue's Clues.
We started off. We were still at the orphanage. We had just gotten the news from Andros. By way of Andros, that hey, shady things happened here. So from that moment on, we then went to talk to Gretchen, and then Aaron went to see Patch in his room, and things
The
progressed from
jerkin
there.
cupboard.
Whoa. He was just naked, okay? He wasn't doing anything sus or weird. He was just a teenage man. He's
Sad
just
boy.
naked. And
Teenage sad boy.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true.
Bangs were hanging in front of his face.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He was having a moment. What's he sad about?
The kids are missing.
Yeah.
He loved the kids, and the kids love him.
Why do you think he loved the kids so much?
In essence, he kind of is one still.
I mean, yes, but there's more to it than that. What do you know about Patch's story?
I mean, he's an orphan like the rest of them.
Yeah, he was one of the orphans. He was raised there. Gretchen raised him, and he didn't exactly go far. He's now sort of like their janitor of sorts, their handyman, the catch-all guy. He's a big
makes
guy.
Makes him feel useful. Like when Aaron said he was helpful, like he felt like a million times better. So that's probably why he enjoys them as well.
True, but only Patch is actually helpful. This is what we've uncovered.
Yeah.
It's right. That's right. Who is that? Who is the mustachioed individual?
Tamar, the part-time cook.
Yeah, Tamar Flagenstern. Yeah, he is. He's an interesting guy. He cooks. He's a straight shooter. Doesn't really have a lot to say. Sticks to himself. He's kind of like a Muppet, right? Balding head with an exception to like a little bit of horseshoe left around the side. He is mostly mustache, and when he laughs, you can only tell by the fact that the mustache wiggles and his shoulders shrug with it. So that's the biggest tell, right? Yeah. Okay, so you gathered some details. What were you able to uncover in regards to those details?
Well, the biggest reveal of them all was basically the stamped maker's mark of Keegan Gelb and the locks on the back, especially on the back door, etc.
Do you think the lock particularly matters in that room?
In that room, no, but it's the second time that his name has come up in a conversation, so we just went with it.
Sure. It's another point to exhaustively try to understand. It's worth checking out. Got it. Yeah. So you found a 4x5 foot room for a 7-foot character that has a padlock on the back door. Yep. That's a harsh lead and angle for anyone to make it out of.
Yep. Well, now at least not without Patch knowing.
True. Was there anything else that was noticeable or worth mentioning about the house in that regard?
It was worn down, but I mean, again, back to the locks, they're a lot better than what the rest of the house is. Like, you're basically putting a high quality lock on a shitty door that can be probably forcefully pulled off its hinges at this point.
It's a fair assessment.
Yes and no, because at least with the back door, they have. Patch says he's never been open since he's moved into that room, and he's at least a teenager. So,
yeah, that is also accurate. Okay, so let's take that for what it is, right? What do you know about this lock, and what do you know about Keegan Gelb? Like, what is the correlation here? How important are these locks?
Keegan is probably the oldest and most respected lockmaker in the city. And they were probably requested on behalf of the city for the orphanage.
Yeah.
Probably gave them for free.
Well, and the whole reason it's a high quality lock on a bad door, and our divination riddle starts with locks are the key to finding them.
That's true. And I would like it to be known from the 4 times that I've ran this game, you're the first person or first group of people to actually utilize the riddle in discovering what is happening in Cauldron. So applause, right? Applause to you guys. That's massive. Okay. Huge. All right. Jackson, what is Carter's read on this Keegan Gelb?
He seemed... Carter in the moment couldn't figure something out, but like when things started getting pointed out, he found it weird. He's probably mostly hanging on the fact that his words apparently came off almost like like they had like a certain like pattern to them. the pattern was disrupted, but like he's focused on the fact that he talks in a strange pattern and has a familiar that we have yet to see.
Yeah, yeah. You did discover that he has a missing familiar. Do you remember the name of the familiar?
Star something. We couldn't get the whole name.
Starburns.
Starburns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tercion couldn't remember the actual name, but it was Star something.
Yeah. Yeah. He said it was like Star Claw or something akin to that. Yeah. And what kind of familiar is it again?
Rat.
It's a rat
A rat.
familiar. Tercion said that he's glad to know that the familiar is back, but you believe otherwise, right?
Yes, because we didn't see it. And when we were in the shop, he looked like he went to pet something that wasn't there.
Correct.
Which would indicate when the familiar is around, it's got its habitual location. So yes, we think it is still gone.
True. Okay. Is that important?
Apparently, because familiars are very important for people that have them. Like Jen was saying that the part of their soul is like attached to them.
Yeah.
So they're super important.
Yeah, they can be used to anything. You could kill it; it will permanently harm the owner. It can be used as a magical link to cast spells remotely, like voodoo, etc., etc.
I've never really thought of familiars as Bluetooth spellcasting accessories, but they really kind of are in a weird way.
They are, yeah.
Wi-Fi magic.
Yeah. Wow. New spin on things. I love that. Huge. Okay. Anything else of note for our last session?
No, I think that wraps it up. We all went home safe, and
Yeah, we got lodgings.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aaron doesn't want to talk to his future brother-in-law because it's evidently a guy thing, and and he also likes to wander off on his own and get kidnapped.
whoa,
prison style.
Yeah, some
Okay, like I think we're missing a few steps in here, guys. I think there's a couple more items that we didn't quite touch on here.
So after talking to Tercion, because the whole group had gone over to Tercion, which kind of like weirded him out a little bit, but he took it all right. But after kind of relaying the information, he's like, pick a side, guy. Can't be a guard and a sellsword or just kind of sitting on the fence. Tercion is like, hey, you need to make a decision and let your sister know because I'm not going to get in between that.
How did that go?
Um, really great. In fact, we all, me and Tercion, just really on par with each other. We know everything to know about each other.
Sure.
No need for conversation.
They bro hugged.
They did.
Chest
Carter
bump.
couldn't find what any of it had to do with the missing kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we just say liar, pants on fire? None of that happened. I don't know what world we're living in here.
Then let me hear this from the mouth of Christy, please. It sounds like you have a bit more to say on the topic.
So, Aaron was absolutely, completely and utterly against talking to Tercion about literally anything outside of our current progress. Tercion basically just said, yep, great, cool. And he tried to go talk to Leona while the rest of us were like, we're gonna go sleep because it's late as shit. Nothing's open. We ain't do anything. We're gone. And the man got himself kidnapped. Well, we think kidnapped. He got himself knocked out, at least.
Yeah.
He got
Well,
shanked.
to be fair, in this situation, I got kidnapped because I wasn't going to go talk to my sister. I'd put a little detour in that quest of mine, and then I got poked from
Take the
behind.
longest route
Yeah,
possible to
let's-
get there.
Let's peel back that onion.
Yeah.
That scene, you stopped in front of what building again?
I stopped back in front of Keegan Gell's lock store and home. We're assuming that he lives on the second floor, which probably makes sense. We didn't go up there though. Keegan was really off to Aaron, especially like him against snooping around the shop. Um, uh, what was it? Um, So Sora said something was weird about a speech pattern. She didn't think anything of it, but that kind of threw Aaron off a bit. And then he found out about the familiar from Tercion and was like, hey, maybe let's just watch from the outside, see if there's any activity going on in the inside that shouldn't be happening, because he probably would have he's he's not old, but he's not young either. He
Sure.
probably should be asleep by now. Or if not asleep, at least alone and getting ready to check in for the night. But
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's safe. But it didn't go to plan.
no. After watching for probably about 10, 15 minutes, um, Aaron definitely saw some weird stuff. There was definitely something going on in there. However, whatever was going on in there, uh, something noticed Aaron. Well, Aaron was preoccupied with watching something else, and distraction later, and a quick poke to the ribs, enough to send him tumbling to the streets.
Just a quick poke. Was it just like a hey buddy, what are you doing?
It was yeah, just quick buddy, like
Yeah.
just a quick jab into the ribs.
I love that the concept of this is we're just going to call it the quick buddy. So every
Yeah,
time you
the
get quick
quick buddy.
buddied, you're just done in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hobo specialty, the quick buddy.
I hate that.
Sneak attack stab from behind is the quick buddy. Got it.
No. Yeah, Aaron was stabbed from behind, very precisely, with probably a dagger coated with some kind of poison or paralytic,
Okay.
because he went down very fast with no control over himself.
What did you find in the street before you went down?
It was a silver or
It was-
like metallic object of some kind.
Yeah.
Piece of spyglass.
It
Piece
was
of
the-
spyglass, yeah.
The lens cover for a spyglass.
Correct. The lens cover
Yes.
for a spyglass, which, as everyone here would know, spyglasses are incredibly expensive. These are not. This is not something that your regular passerby can acquire. They are oftentimes between like 800 and 1,200 gold for one, and depending on its make, depending on what's happening with it. Do you think it was by accident that this fell, or was this intentional?
Um, I would think it's very intentional. Before, when that thing dropped, Aaron wasn't completely just like, oh, let me go walk over there immediately. He looked around first because it's really random for something to just fall behind him. Same time, he's very intently paying attention to this building. And he noticed a few things. He noticed the roof above this building where this lens cap fell was kind of indented.
Yeah.
He couldn't see anything. He didn't see anything in the alley. He didn't see anything behind him. So he slowly made his way over and picked it up.
Yeah. And then things happened. It happened rapidly, even.
Yeah, 2 or 3 bad rolls later, and Aaron hit the concrete.
Yeah. Well, not concrete, but yeah.
Yeah.
What is the last thing that hit your vision before we called the session? Do you recall?
I do not.
Was a
A cloak
darkened
figure.
gray or black cloak that whipped around as your vision started to fade, where you're getting tracers and you fell to the cobbled stone floor. Okay. And what about our friends? What's happening to you guys right now? Are you off at like the Hilton enjoying a spa day?
We're chilling in a rundown hostel type place
Yes.
where nobody even like greeted us when we came in, and we just took up a corner,
Uh-huh.
sat down.
Do you remember the name of this place?
It
Minuta's
was,
boarding house.
yeah. How could I forget Menudo?
Minuta's boarding house. That's true. And you were basically guaranteed a week in this place until you find your footfall in a home of your own, which is fine. And I think that's good. I think that satisfies the itch of what happened last time. And I think we can dive in now. Are you good with that?
Yes, sir.
Did we miss anything?
Yeah, my miraculous escape. And
Oh, I forgot. You
Brave
also
heroics, yeah.
fantasized that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
after the good old quick buddy, right?
having a really great dream right now.
Yeah, you are.
Shackles.
Then let's start. My favorite part. Let us begin. There is a certain cruelty to this world that does not always come with teeth. Sometimes it comes with silence, with distance, with the slow, quiet lie that tells a person that they must carry their burdens alone. Cauldron is a city built in a hollow. Its people pressed together by stone, by circumstance, by necessity. And here, lives overlap. Voices carry, doors open and close one behind another. And yet, even in a place so crowded, loneliness can still find purchase for growth. Perhaps especially here. Because to walk alone is not merely to brave danger without aid. As you see, my friends, it is to lose friction that keeps a soul sharp. To go too long without challenge, without comfort, without the steadying hand of another voice saying, I see you. Stay with us. The mind turns inward, and the body follows. Wounds deepen in private. Your fears take shape. And then the shadows learn your name. My dear players and watchers at home, we are not meant for isolation. Not in grief, not in doubt, and not in fear. A lone traveler may call it strength, and pride may dress as resolve, but there is a reason that the fire dims when untended, and why the darkest places in the world are so eager to welcome those who believe they have no one left to call upon. Because the shadows do not need to conquer the brightest lights. Only the loneliest. And in Cauldron, where every alley holds secrets and every depth threatens to swallow what falls into it, there are few perils greater than believing that you must descend alone. Tonight, some will reach for others. Some will speak. And then some will remain silent as they have before. And for those who keep retreating into themselves, the dark is patient and inevitable. Our camera opens up inside of Minuta's board. It's morning time. You can tell by the sounds of those figures around you starting to amble into a state of wake and display. Some of them have begun to develop routines where they have made their cots, their beds, whatever bit of hay they've laid out upon the floor, they've decided to push to the rear side of the wall, whatever is closest to them, while tucking the linen that they may use as a sad excuse for a pillow along with it. So sorry, you were the first. You're oftentimes alert. Normally we would see Carter arise, find himself greeting the sun, but it is you right now. And where the room is dark, you are startled by the sounds of movement. You overhear the men around you moving, some close, some far away. You hear the lamentations of the issues that decorate their lives like medals sorely earned. But to your surprise, you can see variation in the colors of shadows. Your vision, albeit it is a dim room, it's dark, but you see clearly in darkness. Everything is grayscale. You wince a few times before rubbing your eyes several times over, realizing that the pain is limited, but your sight has returned. You see your allies starting to jar and move around you. A weariness has decorated their face. Not all of them had a cot to stay in, but they made sure that you got one. Do you wake or do you allow them to move on their own? What does this look like from your perspective?
So Sora isn't gonna immediately get up. I think she's still trying to readjust to the fact that she spent so long without seeing, even if it's just the soft shades of gray. So she's probably just kind of mulling this whole thing over as she attempts to blink. Your eyes are too dry after staring at something for too long. So she'll get up probably decently slow, but she's not rushing to get out of sleep.
Which of the three of you gentlemen's, one of you, were not offered or afforded a cot?
Me.
It would be Rowan. Rowan never really being afforded an opportunity to sleep comfortably. Just curious. Do you think you would stir at the sounds of movement in the room?
It's hard to tell because this place is crowded, so I would just assume there's always movement going around us, because the way it sounded like there were people in every room, there's people sitting on, but probably if Solsora's close enough in the cots, yeah, I would probably stir once I heard her moving.
She is very slow to move, but you can tell that she is awake. She does sort of move her arm up to wipe at the eyes, and you're not wrong to assume that the sounds of noise are sort of pervasive. It's like a white noise, like there's a fan constantly going in the room, but it's the sounds of life around you. You can hear the sounds of skin brushing against linen and what little bit of burlap they happen to have decorating the ground amidst the series of hay. There's constantly this white noise of washing across stone and the rasp of hay flowers and petals sort of wiping across clothing and skin alike. But it's constant. And at first it's very alien, but you realize that everyone has quickly grown used to this, and it's just a persistent and prevailing white noise. But you see her moving. Slowly at first, her head turns. She winces a few times, looks as if she's taking in depth and gradients. You think she might have her vision back.
If I see her moving around, I'd probably look to the other two, see if they're awake yet.
Got it.
Then, if not, wake them up.
Okay.
especially Carter first, because he was the most concerned about her vision.
Got it. You do. You do just that. How do you wake them? Is it a jaunt kick? You shake the cot that they're in?
They're
Yeah.
not Aaron. I wouldn't do that.
We all can't use the other language.
I'd probably like up near their shoulder, just give them that little, like, you know, you grab somebody's shoulder, upper arm, and you give them like a little tousle. Like,
Yeah, I got
it's
you.
morning, get up. So Slur is moving. So Slur is moving, check on her. And then I'd wake Aiden up to go to him next.
When Aiden moves, you can kind of see he when he turns his head, underneath his cheek, there's his smaller little notepad, and there's a little bit of writing on it where he had making some last minute notes and notations in it, but the sentence doesn't finish, and there's a little bit of ink on one of his cheeks from where he had fallen against it, where before the ink had dried.
Aiden, get up. You're drooling on your papers.
Oh, what?
You're drooling on your papers. Get up.
I don't drool. As he wipes his as I wipe my cheek.
Says everyone who's ever not drooled, quote unquote.
I don't snore either.
Hard to tell in this hostel.
Yeah. Thanks. And I'll take a minute. I'll rub my eyes. I'll get up and I'll kind of look around, habitually just closing my notepad with my fingers.
Sure, and you can see the signs of life around you. The people are beginning to stir. It is this sort of undulation, murmur of arms and legs sort of maneuvering. It's, in a lot of ways, Aiden, it's sort of like a very slow and softened depiction of hell. Because it's like, it's a sea of people that are starting to wake, and in the moments of their waking, there are the outstretching of arms as they're trying to reach up, not to grab at anything, but to just stretch. Some of them are slowly rising, as you can see their heads break above the cot side, and others, like, legs are outstretching. So it's almost like a sea of people that are trying to cry out and grab at something. In ways, it looks almost nightmarish, but had you not gone to sleep here the previous night, you wouldn't have been any the wiser. So in this case, you're not unfamiliar with a packed room. This is just infinitely more so. You're not even sure when all of these people stumbled in. You'll likely have to wait for some of them to leave first, because there is not space on the ground without offensively standing upon someone.
You know, give this some fire and a red tint. It's like the writings of Tartarus.
I don't know what that is.
Don't worry about it. I'm still waking up. It takes me a while.
Now that it's morning, do we see like any sort of like front desk or anything? Or because we came in at nighttime too.
You don't. To your surprise, there's not really much in the way of a desk. It sort of reminds you like an elongated horse's stall with a wall to seal off the outside. In fact, there is light in the room, but it's not sconce light. It's not candlelight. There's no door. It's just a large doorway where light is cascading in.
So it's like a converted stable, basically, this whole place.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, Sora, you've definitely slept in worse places. By a long shot. But I don't know if you've ever seen this many people here, but as quick as your eyes are beginning to adapt, you're starting to see them leave. They're leaving. Some of them are putting on a variety of gear so that they can see and tend to their day. They can join the ranks of other blue-collar workers, those that would be mining, those would be tilling, any individuals that were carpenting and finding their way into cartwrights, making their way outside so that they can start felling trees, that sort of thing.
Up with the sun.
So sort of probably in all honesty, I think with how long she spent without her sight, she's probably just taking everything in with like that extra bit of detail, like the you didn't see this before or you didn't really look at it before. So she's probably just watching this whole thing take place while she sits up. Like just watching everything with like that extra little bit of detail that she probably wouldn't have before.
For the duration of the day, I'm going to apply a -2 modifier to your perception checks because your eyes are still adjusting, and you're right to assume that they are immensely dry. It's just for the next 24 hours. It beats not having vision whatsoever. So you're getting finer details, but as you forfeit blinking for a time, your eyes begin to hurt again. Where does everyone decide to go?
I'd first go up to Sosora and be like, how you feeling?
I've definitely felt worse. I can at least see now, and that is an improvement.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I just wish I knew why I went blind. It's still a wall. Imagine this is how you feel. Like there's a wall between you and what the answer is.
It's funny, as she's describing this wall, you have never been able to put words to the feeling that you have, other than it just feels like something's locked, something's been hidden from you. And you can't quite imagine it being anything now after she said it other than a wall. It's just a field that has been blinded from you, and you're not sure why.
That's an apt description. I've never really been able to apply to it before. Not just with seeing. I don't even know if I ever saw things properly. That's how I feel about thinking.
But there's a long, pregnant pause following that, Sosora. It's as if he's trying to mentally map this wall that you've now pointed out that he couldn't see before.
It's probably despite the fact that Sosora like knew that it looked like he didn't know the wall was there. To Sosora, that's what it probably feels like. It just feels like here's all the things she knows, and here's an absolute stop, and here's the things she can't figure out now. So it's probably interesting to her to like try and figure out how he was seeing it prior to that point.
I wish I could focus on it more, but it hurts. So
Definitely hurt. I wouldn't either.
The other two of you hear the sounds of Sora sort of laugh. It's the first time you've earnestly heard her laugh. There's something that's very jovial about it, and it's like a breath of fresh air, all things considered.
Must be feeling better.
Seems like her eyes are getting better. So Sora, do you want to go back to Jenya, or are you okay to keep pursuing the case?
I'm okay to pursuing the case.
Kind of a rush.
I can see pretty good now, at least, so you don't have to drag me around.
I am just curious. When we have a bit more space, I wonder if, you obviously couldn't see it, but over your eyes you had 2 brands of your holy symbol, and I'm wondering if the brand scar remains or if it has faded as well.
I'm standing in front of her, dude. Can I just look, see if
she has
they're
her
there?
helmet on.
She has her helmet on. There's too many people
Oh, yeah.
here. She wouldn't remove her helmet.
Oh,
Now, you might
space.
be able to see her eyes if she were to blink or to close her eyes long enough. You would be able to see that there is some, maybe it's texture or coloration on her skin that is different around there. But yeah, it's a very thin slit across the eyes.
And she would too, if Aiden mentioned that, like wondering if it was still there, she would like hold her eyes closed in case that helped them see it better, rather than her keeping like her eyes not blinking.
The way I'm picturing her helmet and like the lighting in here, he'd probably have to be right up on top of you to see anything. Like all up in the helmet.
Affirmative.
Yeah, my eyes aren't quite that good. Maybe we should head out into the sun. Oh, the irony.
Yeah, this way Carter can eat.
Yeah, that sounds good. Did we decide where we're gonna find Aaron? Because we still aren't we on a time limit?
We are. He said he was going to talk to his sister, so I'm assuming they probably went home together.
Yeah, he was going to meet us at the Tip Tankard for the rest of us to have breakfast, and then I thought we had plans to head to the bathhouse, which is a good thing because, you know, as convenient as this place is, I still feel like a bath would do me good.
We also said we were going to go back to Keegan because he didn't tell us about his missing familiar. And he's acting very suspicious.
Oh yeah, so let's go collect the youngin at breakfast, and then we can get on with our day.
Noted.
To the tankard?
You collect your things, whatever you happen to have. Some of you pack lighter than others. Some of you pack nothing at all. You find your way amidst the sea of bodies to the front door of Minuto's board, and you begin walking to the tipped tankard. The town is alive, admittedly. You are at first light, so there's this slight haze that sort of dances around the town. It's not quite a fog. It's those moments where the morning light is starting to warm the air, and you can see that low mist that's trying to fall away from the world. There's dew that has pooled up on many of the metal implements around the town. The thatch itself is damp. You can see the hides of horses slicked back just over the tops, beating up with bits of dew as well. It's still very, very early. This is a great time, particularly for Carter. Carter, you've experienced the midday sun a number of times, and it is when you feel Palor's light is the richest. It quells the darkness. It also quells your hunger. A hunger that you can't quite describe to the others because you don't feel hungry like everyone else does. But there is something to be said about the way that the light impacts not only your mood, but that hunger. You've watched so many people eat around you. Whatever food they can find, trail ration, dried meats, dried vegetables and fruit, things that they call candy, which is not really the candy that we've come to know today. Breads and soups and whatever else they can find, they stuff their maws. Some chewing many more times than others before they have the heartiest of swallows. And you've done so out of necessity, I think, all of one time. But it's weird. It's weird for you. It's just another feather in the cap of strange and weird for you. It's interesting that what feeds you also shakes the darkness. I think that thought might sit with you a time or two. But as you push on, you find your way into the tankard early enough, and you are surprised to see that Leona is already there. Leona sits at the longest end of the table, the furthest away from the door, where you have met her a number of times. When she sees you, she's piecing on something to quell an early appetite. She's drinking a mixture of what is probably close to some sort of beer and water. Something to shake off any of the lingering illness that, unfortunately, some of these lower taverns could acquire.
I just start waving at her.
She sees you, and she waits.
Walk over and sit down.
Hey, you mind if we join you?
Please have a seat. Leona is kind of stunning. It's bizarre to see her outside of the armor. You've seen her a number of times, but there's always been this lingering tension on the air. See, she's not built like many of the other women in the town, where many of them are matrons of households with many babes and many mouths. They are not caregivers and providers of life as you come to know it. Leona is a house. She is cut from a different cloth. Where Aaron has the power of youth behind him, he has this body of a 17, 18, 19-year-old man. Leona is 10 years now his senior, and she has corded muscles bound from years of experience of whipping many, many men into shape, being the right hand of the largest army this western side of the mountain range. She would be ferocious to fight, and even if you have a devil that lurks inside of you because you can transform into it, you would probably not enjoy meeting her on the battlefield. Her features are soft, but the crooks of her eyes, the furrow of her brow, shows you many hardened lessons. The wrinkles in the way that she composes her hands, you can tell is probably the hardest part of her. She's taken many a wrapped knuckles, many cuts and bruises, and they look like the hands of someone who has seen their fair share of injury. Yet she still somehow remains with full poise. She breaks at silence. I feel like he must be sleeping in then. Where is my brother?
I assumed he's with you. He went to talk to you last night.
He was supposed to have talked with you, yes.
When?
Pretty late. We were heading towards where we're staying in the city. Jenya helped us get lodgings, and he cut off because he was gonna talk to you while you're at the south gate. You're at the south gate, right?
Yes, I was training last evening that we still have new trainees, and they need to know quite a great few things.
Yeah, he peeled off about an hour after sundown. Well, Cauldron sundown, because sundown outside the walls, it's a little bit longer.
And he came to see me then.
Yeah, he was supposed to talk to you about actually becoming your page. Tertian told him to make up his mind and to go see you.
I'm sorry. He never arrived. Are you sure that he? Admittedly, I didn't go home, but I didn't see him, and I was at the South Gate all night long.
He definitely said he was going to go talk to you. Unless he lied to us, and maybe he's just at your guys' home.
Maybe he chickened out and went home to sleep, yeah.
He didn't want to talk to Tertian, so that sounds about right.
Yeah, he chickened out with Tertian
He wasn't
as well.
super thrilled about talking to you either.
Yeah.
Why was he afraid of talking to me or Tertian?
Because you guys have a complicated relationship.
It's not that complicated.
That's the way he put it.
I don't understand why it has to be complicated.
Me
It
neither.
doesn't have to be. We don't think it has to be. He's making it complicated.
He doesn't want to talk about how he feels about things, which I guess he did miss 21 years, which I've been told is a long time. So
It's a very long time. Yes, it is greater than half my life. Yes.
it doesn't feel that long. But yeah, he was supposed to talk to you.
Do you think you would be so afraid that he would avoid me?
Afraid, ashamed, guilty.
Why would he feel guilty?
He was your big brother and supposed to take care of you, and he's been gone. And now the roles are reversed. So maybe a little bit of all those things.
He could just not know what to say.
Why would he be afraid to talk to Tercion?
You know how men are when they talk about their feelings.
No, I don't, because you don't.
There you go.
We were kind of urging him, and he was. Well, I've only known him for a couple weeks now, but your brother seems kind of stubborn.
Yeah, you know my brother well.
But that was the only thing he and Tercion agreed on at the exact same moment, that neither of them wanted to talk about it.
And unfortunately, unlike with Aaron, we can't smack Tercion up backside the head.
I certainly wouldn't recommend it. He doesn't like it when I do it. Not like he has a choice.
I'm sure you smacking up the back of the head would be worse than us anyway.
Well, then he wouldn't miss breakfast. So then I'll sit and wait. I'll sit and wait.
Sounds good. We're supposed to meet him here before we get back to looking for the kids.
Good. How's that going, by the way?
We actually have 1 or 2 leads that we are actually able to progress on. You're probably going to give us the same looks that Tercion did, but we've had a little bit of a divination clue, and from that we have it led us to investigate the orphanage a bit more, and Master Keegan Gelv seems to be involved somehow, and creatures from the Underdark, if you can believe it.
Keegan Gelv.
Well, Tercion told us he's been searching for his familiar night and day, and now all of a sudden he's not searching anymore. But when we went there, he had no familiar.
He was very distraught about the loss of Starbrow.
Starbrow? That was
Starbrow.
Yes. Tercion couldn't quite. He knew it was Star something. So.
Well, yes, Starbrow.
Starbrow the rat.
And he stopped looking for him. Could Starbrow have died?
Keegan did not give or did not show any of the signs that I am familiar with of casters who have lost their familiars.
And what signs might that be?
Well, first there's a pinching of the eyes, then there's generally a look as if they have lost a piece of their soul. A lot of them get the shakes. But the only thing he had was a somewhat abrupt personality, and, he didn't seem to be in pain.
Keegan is an old man, and he has deliberately lived alone for as long as I can recall. He's never had family to come visit him, and he doesn't keep visitors for long. He's not normal, is what I'm getting at.
even more so that if his only family, this familiar, was missing, he would still be searching like a madman to find him.
Unless Starbrow passed away. Death looks different for everyone. I mourned the death of my brother for a very long time. Imagine my surprise when he walked back into town, not aging more than a day.
I mean, we don't discount the fact that Starbrow could have died, but that's why we still need to investigate further.
Understood. And what did Tercion have to say about all of this?
I think he was most concerned that we found out that there were two men from the mayor's office looking into this that you guys were not told about.
Right. Well, it's not surprising. The Lord Mayor rarely leaves his turret in his castle.
I've actually been thinking about that. We haven't heard of these two detectives looking into things for the mayor involved with any of the other missing people,
Only the orphans.
which means either the mayor cares about the orphanage, which I doubt because it looks bad, or he cares about the orphans, maybe one specifically.
I can't say that I'm aware of anything so far as I've been informed, but wouldn't you agree that it would look bad on your term in office if orphans were to go missing?
Yes.
If he has any stake in the missing children, perhaps he did hire someone. And I would think that Tercion would know about it, but I'm rarely surprised anymore. The upper lot rarely tell us anything. We're just the feet on the street.
Their names were Therio and Felion, if those ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell to me. Anything else you know about them?
They're both half-elves.
The city has more than a few half-elves.
And say
That's
that again.
That's all we were given, basically.
I mean, I'll keep my eyes on the lookout, but I'm sorry. I wish I could be more help. Was my
Yeah, you
brother?
seem like you have
Was
a lot on
he?
your plate.
Is he hiding something from me?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
If he is, he's hiding it from us too.
I think he just has a lot on his mind.
I was excited for him to be your page, so you can smack some sense into him. His manners are kind of bad.
Is he normally late?
Not really.
Yeah, we've always been together except for one day, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, he's very guard-like. He's prompt, forward,
He moves like
Yeah.
he's got a stick up his butt.
very guard-like.
Yeah, the latest he's ever been was the last time we were here when he arrived. You know, less than 5 minutes after we did.
I would argue that the latest he's ever been was by about 20 years.
Fair.
Maybe I'll go take a look in on him if he's at our old home. I would have known. I passed by. There was no light on in our house. No torch, fire, no fireplace. It's strange.
Is it possible he went back to the Brax?
That's what he calls them anyway.
I don't think so. He'd have nowhere to stay there. And he's not officially accepted a position, Tercion would have told me. Tercion didn't say anything about meeting him last night either.
You've spoken with Tercion this morning?
I am to be wed to him, yes.
Well, I didn't know if you were coming straight from the gate to here or if you stopped in first. Sorry. My apologies.
It's fine. It's fine. It's no recourse. I've spoken with him, yes. And he didn't have anything to say more than just the pleasantries. Perhaps he expected my brother to speak to me as well.
Did
No,
your brother ever try to play detective on his own?
Of course. Of course he did. Why do you think he was missing for 20 years?
Well, that was an assignment from your stepfather.
It was no official assignment. He took it of his own volition.
True.
I read the last dated journals.
But I meant like Snoopy detective, not guard detective.
Was he one to go out solo to look at things?
Guys, I was barely
we
6 years old.
That's 6 years longer than we've known him.
Do you remember your first 6 years?
No.
Nor
Barely.
do I. It was just enough that I remembered his face. That I remembered his voice. Now I'm getting concerned. Where else would he have gone? And why do you ask that? Could he have gone... Where would he have gone to investigate?
One of the leads. Maybe he went to the bathhouse. He mentioned that. Also back to Keegan Gelves. Maybe back to the orphanage. Maybe there was something he noticed that he wanted to double check. But there's a few leads we had, so the bathhouse was the only place we didn't check.
Can I trouble you to go then? I have a terrible feeling.
Yes, I mean, the fact that you haven't seen him, yeah, we're gonna go look for him.
Where should we go so Leona knows where we're going?
Bob, is there like a general store close to the Tankard? I'm looking for a map because I don't think I have one in my character gear.
I think Bub said we had a map.
You guys will have
last
access to a map, yeah.
Yeah, he said we have one.
If we have one, Sosora's gonna take it out and like honestly just start marking on it, like where the guardhouse is, where South Tower is, and is like looking at all the paths.
Sure. I mean, you can fill in the details. I'm putting all the details of the important places on the map in front of you guys, so you have access to that. Is there a...
Sora just wants to like map out any direction that looks like it would go between the guardhouse where we were,
Right,
and Southgate where Leona was.
It's a big circle. He can go any direction.
correct. That's the surprising thing about it is like you walk in one road, you're going to get back to this very spot, right? So long as you stay on the primary road. But in this case, he did say that after he spoke with Leona, he was just going to go back to the family house and sleep. So he never met with Leona. But getting to Southgate, based off of what you know, is the Church of Palor, Gelves Locks, and Blue Water Academy.
Also, his house Skellerang, his old house, is also on the way.
Correct.
In between, so he could be at any of those places.
Well, yeah, let's first see if he is at your house, and then after that, we'll...
Oh, Leona, where on this map is the bathhouse? Because we've never been there.
Sure. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. That would be right. It should pull you guys right here. That right there on Lava Avenue, it is the black building, this here. I'll go ahead and put a dot so that you guys can see that, but she points it out and she says that's Oryx bathhouse.
So Keegan's and the bathhouse are not far from each other. We can go down there and hit 2 spots.
She says, okay, that's fine. She's gathering what little bit of her things is left. She says that she's going to go look at a few places. She wants to go check out the barracks to see if anyone else had seen him, because it's not like he is too easy to miss.
The guards might not know his name. He never introduces himself, but maybe they've at least seen his face.
Oh, trust me, they are aware of who he is. Even if they pretend like they don't, they know his affiliation to me.
Gotcha. Let's go, guys.
Aiden gathers up the rest of his breakfast and heads out.
As I say, trench bread to go.
So Sora's whatever she's finished, and she's holding the map up and is like looking at the map as we leave.
So Sora's gonna guide us.
Okay.
Now that I can see, I shall lead.
Solsora is just happy to see that she wants to look everywhere.
Absolutely. Sora's looking at everything with like it probably looks like she's staring at each one of you at some point. And it's only just because she's like looking at everything in so much more detail now. Like just like in not even detail, but in like just sort of joy that she can see and isn't just stuck to nothing.
You gather your things, you nod and bid adieu to Leona as she gathers hers, and you exit at roughly the same time. She's off to the barracks, and you know that you're going in the direction of Keegan Gelves in Blue Water Academy, also knowing now that Oryx Bathhouse is not far.
Oh,
Same
wait,
street.
Leona, where do you want to meet up in case like we find him so he's safe?
It will make its way back to me if you just report in to Tercion and anyone at the desk at the guards' quarters.
Will do.
Sure thing.
She nods, and then she exits. She doesn't quite finish her meal. Nobody fully gets to enjoy a meal. You'll go hungry a little while longer. But her camera turns. Everything begins to shift. Aaron.
Yes.
You find yourself in an area primarily of darkness, and there's a very low amount of light. You start to hear the sounds, trickling of water. And before you realize what's happening around you, you can smell the pervasive scent of urine. There is this odor of lingering like feces as well. It's not pleasant. If you need to answer that, go ahead.
I didn't realize that was his name. I thought he said get wrecked.
Government name.
Nah, I heard his government there.
Yeah, I realized after you said if you need that. I was like, oh, that's his government name.
Get wrecked. That's his. That's on his birth certificate. Who knew?
Yeah, my parents hated me. They saw me the moment I popped out, like, get wrecked.
Damn, that's the worst thing your dad could say in that moment.
Yeah. You're gonna live in 2020 America. Have fun, fucker.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
look at it the other way. Maybe he celebrated it so much he was going to celebrate by getting wrecked.
It's always an option, I suppose.
Anyway, so the shit and piss.
Yeah.
That's where we were at.
Yeah. So, you wake up to the sounds of water sort of dropping, hitting various pools around you. The depth of this room feels kind of innocuous. You can't really see how wide or how large it is. You're just sort of inundated as your senses are invaded by this intense smell of urine and feces. It's strong. You get the general sense that you're not alone. You keep hearing these sounds. This deliberate, this. It's a clicking of a tongue on the back of teeth.
Can I try and pinpoint where it's coming from?
Sure. Give me a perception, please. It's not far. You think it's probably from where you are right now. Think like 8 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna try to kind of keep my attention on that while slowly and quietly as I can kind of like check my range of motion.
As you're starting to check your range of motion, you immediately notice that there's something in your field of movement not far from your head. The ground is a mix of cobble and soil, and you hear this. You feel something whip across your nose and eye, and it reflexively makes you coil back. It's a rat. The moment that you move, it begins hopping away from you. You hear a voice, the voice of a man. Come on. You hear the puddles splash as it moves away. You're awake. How long are you going to pretend? Everyone has the same reaction. It's just a whisker. Ticklish for sure, but stop pretending.
Do I recognize the voice?
You don't.
No. Okay. Is this your circus that you're running?
Circus? Hard pressed to call it a circus.
I mean, you got all the disappearing acts going on. I thought it was appropriate.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by disappearing acts?
Can I do a sense motive?
Sure.
I'll leave it as is.
Got no reason to disbelieve him. He seems relatively earnest, but your senses are a little shook. You're distracted. The pain in your left flank is intense.
Well, can you tell me why I'm here then?
You were bleeding on the street. No one was exactly stopping to befriend or save you. And I saw that old shirt of yours. It looked familiar.
I'm gonna try to stand up.
Okay. Give me a fortitude save.
All right.
Aaron, when you go to stand up, a ripple of pain whips up the left flank into your spine. And you hear, easy, easy. Let me help you. That's going to sting for a while. You manage to fight the urge to vomit. It is now that you notice it's more than just the stink of feces and urine. There is some acrid fluid that's sort of pooling in the back of your throat, like a bile. You're probably tasting something funny, right? Right about now.
Yeah.
Let me help you up. And you feel him pull an arm up under your right side, because you were stabbed in the left flank. He goes, I'm going to pull you up. Are you good for this?
Just do it.
He shifts and then yanks you up. I need a fortitude save as you try to stifle back a scream.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Much
There
better.
we go.
Much better. You immediately sink your teeth into your lips to stifle it back, and he hears as you audibly hear your body catch that. Your left leg goes stiff, and it's like ice trickling down the length of your spine. There's this momentary pause where you can slowly feel the hormones ripple through your body to provide you some sense of ease. And again, you fight back the urge to vomit. You spit several times. You begin to salivate out of nausea. Yeah, don't get any of that on me, friend.
I'll try my best not to. No promises, though.
As he takes a step, he kind of positions your back to a pillar, and he reaches into a series of rags, scratching the inside of his chest, and he pulls out a rat that he pulls up to his face, kisses right on the whisker, and places up on his shoulder. I think you'll make it.
I've definitely been through worse. You said you picked me up off the street.
Yeah. Yeah, I see opportunity. Opportunity where many others didn't. Oh, and trust me, I watched. Nobody wanted to pick you up. I also saw what stabbed you.
Think you could get me a description?
Little guy with a black cloak. Probably not going to stand out much.
About the size of a gnome?
You could say that. Didn't move like a gnome, though. No gnome that I know.
Something from further down?
It's funny that you say that. I don't know too many gnomes that can slip into shadows and actually disappear. He didn't seem to take too much notice of me, though.
You know, you say that, I bet not many people do.
You know, you've got something right about that. Not too many people take note or notice of my kind. Not like I'm some sort of monster. I mean, maybe to a few of the nobles I might be. More an eyesore than anything else. What's your name, kid?
Name's Aaron.
Just Aaron? Nothing else to it?
Just Aaron.
All right, just Aaron. I'm Etch.
Just Etch.
Just Etch.
Nice to meet you, Etch.
Hey, likewise. There a way that you can prove your use? Some way to, I don't know, help a homeless man out?
Yeah, I can help you out. You help me out? I mean, you think some guy like me gets stabbed by some shadow creature because he's useless?
Yeah. Yeah, but what does my opinion matter? I'm homeless. But I listen well. I watch longer than many others do. But what do I care? It doesn't matter if you're somebody, if you're nobody. You die in Cauldron, and you got no one to look after you, then you were just a footnote in your murderer's book. So what does it matter? But see, I knows about that shirt of yours. You're part of the old guard, or maybe you had a dad that was in the old guard. And you're long enough to know and remember it.
Been around in Cauldron for a while then, huh?
You could say that. I am Cauldron. I am the city in so many ways. But please don't mistake it for the truth. I don't own this city. I just listen to it.
If only that was the skill more people had.
People hear what they want, just Aaron. They do what they want. And I got a couple of friends that help me out. I got a couple of friends that know whom they step on. They look at those lesser than them and they care not about them. When we have so much to give and so much to offer. My rats found you first. I heard it. But they told me. They told me all about it.
You know rats, you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I know rats. Or rats know me.
Do you know Keegan's rat is familiar?
Keegan Gelv, the locksmith, the gnome, right? He's got a rat Starbrow.
Yeah,
Keegan's been in the city a long time. What do you want to know about Keegan? Can tell you where he eats. Can tell you the people that he consorts with.
Well,
Just know that whatever you ask
since-
has a price.
imagine it does. I'm just gonna spitball here for a moment.
That would be very strange of you. Please just ask your question and maybe offer me some coin.
It's a saying. I'm gonna ramble for a moment.
Oh. Well, hopefully there is some worth to your rambles. Even the homeless care about the time lost in a day.
Hmm. So Keegan's familiar went missing a little bit ago, to my knowledge at least. Don't have an exact time frame, but I assume you probably picked up on that as along with a lot of other people.
I mean, I might have heard it.
Now, he shut his business down for many days because this rat of his familiar, disappeared. And now he's doing business like normal.
Why does that matter to me?
I was looking into that.
What do you think Keegan stabbed you?
No. No, I think Keegan's doing something with the missing people in this city. And I was looking a little too hard at Keegan, and that's why I got stabbed.
The man starts to nod and he begins to walk around, and your vision follows him each time as he he's very precarious about the way that he steps. With every passing step, he seems to have like a very particular pattern in the way that he moves, like he's matching foot to cobble, as if there is a pattern that is important to him. And the stone has been worn several times over in these spots. You can tell that it's not his first time treading this path, as there is detritus, there is debris that sort of decorates this place. And as your eyes sort of fixate around you, there is a sconce lit not far from here, not enough to really paint clarity over whom or what he looks like. You think that he looks like a forgotten homeless man. And he stops probably 15 feet or so away from you, and you kind of get the silhouette of him. But as your eyes focus and the light grabs more purchase around you, and you get a greater sense of him. It looks like he's reaching out and moving his hands, like he's sort of guiding or orchestrating something around you. And you can see that he's not a maestro. He's not orchestrating in front of you. He's teaching rats. He's forcing the line up side by side. And as you focus on him, he kisses teeth. And as he clicks, the second one moves in, walks up to him, and sits up on its rear legs. He pets it on the head and he gives it a small piece of some sort of food, maybe dried fruit or bread, you're not sure. And then he waves with his fingers yet again, and it steps back into line, like he's trained it. A few moments pass, and he goes, and the fourth walks up again. Then he waves him on after giving him a treat, and this happens a time or two. He glances over his shoulders at you, letting you look at him for the first time, really get a look at him, and you can see that he's a man in his late 40s, wrapped in probably far more rags than any ordinary beggar probably needs at this point. There's layers of torn wool, patched burlap, knotted cloth hanging from him in sort of a shapeless mess. And he's lean and kind of weathered with a bit of a crooked nose. His beard is uneven, sort of gray flecked in spots. The bit of hair that it hangs loose from the knot of rags that decorates his head. It's greasy and it's falling around his narrow and dirt-lined face. However, his eyes are sharp, restless. They're too aware. It's like they're always measuring. They are always watching. He steps up to you and he puts a finger into your chest. Why does any of that matter? You get a sense of him around the smells of urine and feces. You get a sense of the damp clothes, the smoke and the alley filth that he wears in pride. And when he speaks, it comes in low and rough, like every word ought to cost something. Beneath the ruin of Etch, his choice is measured and deliberate. And there's something about his presence that scares you. because he's a man that has nothing to lose and everything to gain. And he pokes again with his finger into your chest. What the fuck does it matter to you?
To me, a lot. Though for you who say you listen to this city, this is your city. I would think you would notice when something big is going on.
We notice things, but it's not like we can stop it.
Well, someone has to try.
Just because I'm the ear does not mean that I am the blade. Besides, even when hell breaks loose, even when every immeasurable threat tries to breach the walls of Cauldron, they'll never come here. Because this is where waste belongs. This is where everything forgotten goes.
Maybe the nobles know, maybe even the homeless that run through the many alleyways of Cauldron.
Maybe they do.
That's not who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the filth below you even. Coming up here.
Just Aaron, you should be careful about how you refer to people. They don't like that. Especially considering you walk with that filth and call her your friend. My rats talk. Just Aaron. We see everything.
As you've said. If you see everything, I mean, I'm probably a bit of an anomaly, huh?
You're a confusing one, for sure. You're all
I don't
confusing.
care. Yeah. We are.
You know what's funny?
group of people.
You smell so bad. You smell like, you smell like hell.
I bet I do.
You have a certain stink on you that is even worse than me. And that's saying something. Because I'm covered in shit. And piss. The thing is, I can tell that you tried to wash it. You smell like rot and decay. You smell like something desperate to escape that couldn't until you bled for it. But I can't tell what it is. Because that goes beyond even my eyes.
Let me give you a little information about our little group of anomalies that popped into the city.
Now we're talking. Tell me. You keep talking about things I know. I'll give you nothing for that. Tell me about the thing
As you've
that
probably
you
seen.
bled for.
We're a group of people.
No. I don't care about your group of people. I know about your group of people. Tell me about the thing that you bled for. And he does his arms out. We want to know. And it's at this time, as he says that, you can see figures moving in the shadows. They're about human-sized. But all you get is just silhouettes. They want to know because they trust me to make the decision for them.
And what decision is that?
Whether you and your friends stay under our watchful eye, or we watch you get buried. It's hard to see through soil. But we watched you through time, and we don't know how you did it. Tell us how you did it. We'll give you something good for that.
I could do that. That would be a real magic trick, and I just wish that I could undo it.
Then tell me what you bled for. You still have scars. Your scars are fresh, but it's from a time when you weren't, and your clothes show me that it was at least 15 years ago. So what did you bleed for?
I bled for a child.
Child? A child, really?
I bled for a child
What
who
child?
was put in a situation and trapped on a farm by more than just a fence. By an old promise, long forgotten, that he was paying for. And when it came upon us to decide if this child should continue paying for this old promise that he had no knowledge of, after bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, I decided I would pay for that child.
You're Aaron Reeve. You went missing 20 years ago.
21 years ago.
21 years ago. It's been 21 years. I was standing behind a man that was supposed to have gone missing with you. Your friend, he has the burns on his legs. He is a noble.
Not quite a noble.
Not quite a noble. We could tell he didn't carry himself that way. I came in that very day, running. You're alive and you haven't changed. Yet old man Skellerang is gone. He died. He died looking for you. His death is on your shoulders. One of the last great junipers of this city, fallen because of your actions. That must sting.
Hasn't gone away.
Mm-hmm. And there's a moment, right? There's a moment where it's like he's chewing on his lips. I'm sorry. Please, don't mistake me for crazed. Or cold. I'm just hungry to know. Why has never bothered me. Why is simple. It's always money or power. The exaltation and control, the loss of consent for another. That's always why. How is different. That makes it interesting, because if we know how, we can do how again. And it's much harder for us because we don't have the resources. And then you hear whispers from the rear side of the room. Resources. Resources. Money. Power. We lack a
That all
great
you
many
need?
things. We have all we need, Aaron Reeve. You have nothing you need. You have more time than you've ever earned. And you have more problems than you've come to realize.
This time isn't something I earned.
No, you owe the world 20 years. 21 years to be precise. You owe the world 21 years. It has a way of taking what it wants, Aaron Reeve. We'll talk again. But let me give you this. The first one is free. They're coming from Keegan's basement. They're going to walk you out. Don't fight them. And you begin to see movement. You hear it first, but then you see the movement of men. Many men. And you realize that you can't fight. Not with the way that you lack control of your back left leg. The way that it's from the flank down, your leg is stiff. You might be able to hurt one, but just the sheer numbers are too much. One's hand comes in fast, but not too fast. And there's a burlap bag. Put it on.
I'll grab it and put it on.
When you put it on, you feel the hands of many men start to move your body. They're not shoving you, but they're guiding you. And you feel as if they are deliberately spinning you. But then the spin becomes significantly larger. You walk several times in what you believe is a circle, and then they move you at a hard angle, like a 90 degree, and then again in a circle you spin, but they find you in a moment where you pause and you hear, wait. And for a brief moment, you feel cool air kiss your skin. They begin to lift your body, and you feel grass at your fingertips as the sounds of the wetness begin to fall away. And you no longer feel as if you are surrounded by the sewer. The last thing that you hear as it begins to dim and dull around you, and you hear the sounds of the city of Cauldron. Leave the bag on the grass.
And I'll rip it off my head and toss it on the grass beside me.
When you toss it off, it's momentarily not quite like a flashbang, but your eyes have to adjust. And you can see the rear side of a few buildings. You can see some things that look a little familiar, but when you glance around you immediately where you've come out, you're at an outcropping of stone and bushes. There are no holes. There are no crevasses, nothing tucked away. It's almost as if you just mystically appeared on the surface, yet again. And you can hear the sounds of the town around you, but you're never quite sure where you just came from. The only thing that you know for certain is you crawled up. Up. You toss the bag down on the ground. You realize not far from you is your weapon, and it's scabbard. It's fine, though the rest of your person seems to have this lingering odor of sewers. Deposited grime, muck, detritus, stool, and yesterday's drink. Your scabbard and blade is fine. What do you do?
So, first of all, am I inside the city walls?
You believe that you are inside the city walls, yes.
I'm in an area with grass and trees and whatnot.
Yes, you are.
All right. If I look around, can I see a gate in the distance or?
No, you realize that just to your backside where you've come out, probably about a good 20 or 30 feet, is Cauldron Lake.
Ah. Question is, which side of Cauldron Lake? Um,
There's only so many spots that has this large amount of trees, stones.
I guess I'll start using my sword kind of like a crutch. I'll start limping my way over past the trees to the nearest street I can see.
Sure. You begin to limp beyond the trees and you find some familiarities. You realize that you are nearest Ash Avenue. It is the first primary large street, and you are just outside of the Lantern Street Orphanage. In fact, you see a familiar face. You see Patch. He's trying to fix some of the wrecked fence. He's very focused on things. He looks up and sees you, and then he stops for a moment. You can see his large orcan brow seem to furrow for a moment. His snout seemed to kind of pull up as well in confusion, and then he looks up and sees you again. What are you doing? You need to speak to Miss Gretchen?
No, that's all right. But Patch, if you could be helpful.
I could try.
And
have you been hit on the head? It looks like you've been hit on the head.
I've been injured, yes.
You sure you don't want me to get Miss Gretchen?
I think I'm gonna stay right here. And if you could get a guard or someone to call a guard.
Oh, I'll tell Miss Gretchen that I'll be back, and I'll run to the barracks, and I'll tell them that you need help. You look like you've been hurt. You sure you don't want to sit down?
I think either way is bad, Patch.
Well, I'll carry you then.
I think I'm gonna stay
smell.
right here.
You smell so bad.
Yep.
You've been falling in the pig slop again. Is that what it is? You're messy. You're hanging out with your pervin friend.
No. Just had a rough night.
So was that? Did you want to go to the barracks then?
If you could go get Miss Gretchen.
Oh, I could do that. She's not very good at carrying, though. I'm much better at carrying. Don't go anywhere. He turns around and he bolts up to the building. And he bangs on the wall several times. You hear him like, Miss Gretchen! Miss Gretchen! You hear the as he's slapping onto the wall. He looks back to you. It'll be a moment. She's rather slow. And he bounds around the building up to the front. And he's gone for probably 2 or so minutes. When he comes back, he's carrying Gretchen. She's like, "Don't just put me down, Patch. Put me down." And then she sees you. I told you online. Hey, look at him. He looks injured. Something wrong with him, and he stinks. He stinks like pig slop. I see that. Well, what do you want me to do?
If you could contact guard and have them send a message over to Leona, that would be wonderful.
Want me to speak to the right hand? Are you even that important to speak to the right hand?
I would hope so. I grew up with her.
Patch, I think he bumped his head. I think he might have hit his head a couple of times.
Yeah, I think it's true. Why don't Gretchen, he hasn't said no to me picking him up and carrying him to
I'm
the
saying
barracks.
no to you picking me up, Patch.
What are you going to do? Are you going to fight him?
No, but I would hope. I would hope he would have the manners to not do something when someone says no.
That might be true, but he's much better at listening to me, and you seem sort of like an idiot right now. You're injured. It seems that you can hardly walk, when she's glancing up at you, and wouldn't it make more sense for him to carry you to a doctor or a physiker so that you can be treated? But instead you want him to flag down the right hand of the guard and make her deal with you. You're very selfish, aren't you?
The most selfish person.
Seems that way. It seems that way.
Well, that's the one making the most sense right now, Miss Gretchen.
Patch, go find Leona or a guard if you see one. I guess. Doesn't want to be carried for some reason. It's daft.
All right, Miss Gretchen, I'll do that then.
He looks at you for a minute. His brow furrows.
I wasn't crying. Was naked. Don't forget it.
And then he immediately bounds away. He starts walking in the direction of Upper Town. Gretchen looks back. What was that about?
Just upset over the kids and didn't want to show weakness. He's a growing man.
That's the thing about all of you boys. You're stupid. You don't want to show weakness. You don't want to be carried to the doctor. If I was hurt, I'd have him carry me to the doctor. But I'm not hurt. I'm just old. It's different. I like walking anyway. Well, I'm going to go back inside now. I'm not going to wait with you. I'm old. This weather's not forgiving.
Yep. Got more important things to tend to than me.
That's right. That's right. Just hold on to the fence and post up.
And Aaron will slowly lower himself down and take a seat.
Got it. Our camera will turn again. This time, it glances back to our heroes, our intrepid four. Albeit
You're the
half of
villain?
their vision is beginning to fail around them, it's still without recourse. They have options. So, I'd like to know, what's everybody doing?
Well, we were gonna head in the direction of Gelv and the bathhouse because they're in the same area.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the first, because it was on the way, kind of, we were going to stop and see if he is at the Skellering household, and then from there proceed to Gelv's and the bathhouse.
Yep.
Do we know where that is? Like us personally?
We would ask Leona like we asked about the bathhouse.
Would she
I
tell
think-
us?
Where what is?
Their house,
The Skellering house?
Skellering house.
Where they live?
Probably not. There's a strong
I was gonna
likelihood
say,
that
have you-
she would have gone to her house after
Have
talking.
you seen us?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
y-
I
there-
thought she said she was gonna go to the Brax.
yeah, she's gonna go to the barracks, but then she's just gonna double back to the house just to double check. She might have even gone. Let's see, where are we at here? The tankard. Yeah, it's just easier for her to get to the barracks. It's a pretty straight shot, all things considered, for her to get to the barracks. She can cut down like literally 2 alleys straight into the barracks, so it's not too difficult for her. And House Skellering is not far from this locale, so you wanted to head to Keegan's
And the bathhouse, yeah.
in the bathhouse. Okay.
And so Sora's leading the way with the map.
Is there any conversation that
Correct.
happens? Anything that's said before you arrive at said location, at the destination of your desire?
Probably just talking shit.
I think Aaron's okay.
I don't know. He's fucking disappeared. Now he's disappearing again. He's falling down holes. If he wasn't Earth citizenship, I don't know how this would go.
He does fall
Also,
down.
we're still
holes a
looking at the
lot.
map. Just listening to this.
You know, I remember Old Man Gelb. He used to take a sling and sling broken gears at us whenever we were too loud at the university.
Seems like that type. How should we approach him? Should we still be nice, or should we be a little more forceful? Now that we know he's not telling us everything.
What do you
Well-
mean forceful?
Like, instead of like, hey, how you doing? More like, why didn't you tell us about the rat? What's going on? Or I could just break his stilts.
That seems uncalled for.
Well, that's what I mean by forceful. Giving people a reason to talk instead of waiting for them to talk.
Because giving him a reason to talk gave us everything we needed last time.
We gave him an opportunity to talk. We were nice, except for Aaron sneaking around his freaking shop.
And
That may have made him shut down on us
that
also.
made him shut down on us.
Well,
He did
If
seem
you're-
to hold up when he saw Sora.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe if we let Sosora be the heavy.
Well, I mean, he remembered her. So, for some reason, she stood out to him all those years, even though they only met once. So, yeah, I mean, we could try. We'll see how it goes.
Can I try asking him nicely first, though?
Of course. You're very persuasive. Just stay on topic.
Stay on.
Yes.
I will
stick,
try my best.
stick with the kids. Don't get diverted.
Right. Not enough time for them.
That's right.
Need to find them quick. Yeah, I can do it.
From the tankard, you arrive to Gelb's Locks. It's probably about 30 or so minutes from that locale. And when you arrive there, it's locked up. The doors are all locked up. You can tell that they're not open yet, or at least the building is not.
Wasn't he supposed to be open from like sun up to sundown?
Yeah, isn't that what the sign says? Or what he said to us yesterday?
Well, that's what he said. Who knows? I mean, you know, if you want, you could always bang on the door.
Okay, and I just start banging on the door
How long?
until someone stops me.
So you're
I'd let
just
him go. I'd let him go for like two minutes or so. And then I'd probably stop him like he's not answering.
Yeah, we figured 2 minutes would be enough for an old man to get to a window and yell.
He's short. You know, maybe he's, just waking up, gotta get out of bed, put the stilts on, come downstairs, or if he's sleeping upstairs.
Can I get a perception, please? This is a very high DC. I want to see if you guys still have a chance to get this, though.
Hi, DC. Oh boy, I've got this.
I know putting
Just
stilts on is part
as
of
a
my
note,
morning
Bub,
routine.
I do have the -2 already marked.
That's for vision based. This isn't vision.
Oh well.
That's why it's important for you to not mark it.
We have
God
2
damn
rerolls?
it.
I'll use
Yes,
one.
you guys do have 2 rerolls right now.
I'll use one.
That's the best perception I've ever rolled.
There's my. I love the -2, 8 perception, actual normal 21.
Oh man, that's perfect. The sound of him repeatedly bashing away at the door is so much. You guys have started. It's not necessarily like you've begun to gather people around you. They're not expecting some sort of onslaught or some sort of show as much as people are watching and passing by. You're starting to hear them whisper about what this might be, and if you continue this, it's only a matter of time before guards come. 2 minutes pass.
Well, he's not answering. Let's go to the bathhouse. We could always come back. It's only like an avenue away.
Can I look around his building? Is there a
You
way to
can
go
try.
all the way around it?
Yeah, of course you can. You can try.
I just want to see if there's anything like specifically out of the ordinary around the building.
I gotcha. As you circle to the rear side of the building, new perception at 18. This is site-based, so is this actually an 18 or a 16?
That has my normal perception, so it's -2 at 16.
Got it, 16.
Well, now you said that, Bob. Now you said it like that. I don't like it.
I'll be looking with her, so I'll roll.
Sure.
I won't help, but yeah, that figures. And back to normal perception for me.
That's an 18.
So sorry, you're met to your surprise with very limited answers. There's not anything here. In fact, it looks like it's been ignored, deliberately ignored. There's overgrowth around the rear side of the turret building. There is what looks to be like a gathering of sprouts from trees that have fallen against the wind and hit the building, and it's starting to sprout up as well. It's surprising to see someone who's take such fine and high care of the inside of their establishment to do this to the exterior of the building. Especially the way that people judge, even from afar. He is, after all, a master locksmith and probably, arguably, the greatest locksmith this town has ever known or seen.
Is Carter next to me? Carter, are you following me around this building?
Yeah, I'm trying to help you, but I clearly see nothing.
Isn't it?
As always.
Carter, isn't it weird?
It is
His
what weird.
locks are so detailed, and this is such a mess. And she just kind of points at all this, like, overgrown everything behind it.
It does look kind of messy. His shop wasn't really cluttered. It was like organized chaos. He had so much going on, yet everything had a place.
But this is just chaos. This isn't organized.
That is strange. Maybe he doesn't go outside much.
The two of you from the front side of the building, you see them disappear. Is there anything that either of you wanted or wish to do while you're here? You just waiting for them?
Yeah, I mean, look around the outside, I guess, since they went inside. But we rolled a perception already, so I just assumed if there was something, we would have seen it.
Well, I mean, you guys were yes and no. So it's going to be kind of different. More time is essentially passing. It affords you an opportunity at seeing things. So for the two of you, I'd like to see a perception. You're just kind of glancing around.
19.
19 and a 12. Let's see, what do you have here? 12 and a 7. I'm curious, when you're looking around, are you just kind of like, are you doing the average thing where you're just kind of glancing at like footfall or traffic or anything like that? Are you looking to like a mail receptacle? Or give me what, if you had to describe this, I want to know from your character's eyes what you think you would be seeing as you look around.
Well, I mean, Carter's just been banging really loud for 2 minutes, so I'd be looking, like, look at the building. Are there curtains? Like, is somebody trying to peek out?
There is a window.
People are talking, like, maybe are people staying gathered and looking at us? Like, just, you know, anything.
To be fair, considering the neighborhood and where Aiden's at, he probably would have put his hands behind his back and turned with a sigh and kind of walked halfway towards the east and just staring at the academy mainly.
Farm, as Rowan, you can see a couple of things, right? In your position. Yes, you can see that people are beginning to gather and facilitate around the building. Not like in small groupings, right? It's not like they're clicking and like gathering up to like mock or find appeal here. They're witnessing something that is a little strange. You don't see something like this. And when it does happen, it's generally by the hands of guards that they're calling for someone to answer to an event. In this case, you guys are just very bizarre looking, mostly. You haven't even really been afforded a place to clean up yourselves that much. So you're not quite what I would say filthy, but you're very average looking with a little bit of dirt a little bit of grime, that kind of thing. They're not really sure what to make of it, but as you glance up, you look to the blackened, turreted building, and there are windows. They're barred. You think there's curtains. There's a solid color that's not shadow. They never move. You glance back to see the others rounding the side of the building as they're stepping off to investigate other things. You watch as Aiden seems to look longingly at Blue Water Academy. There's a hint of frustration in his stare as well. Knowing what could have been, what probably should be, but instead he's here. And as you glance back and you see some of the other people, you know you just can't hurt people. You try to scare them off, but what does it really serve? It's just going to spread more rumors. But you do notice something out of the ordinary. You do notice something a little strange. Not far from you, as you're standing sort of in the middle of the road, building directly across from Gelv's Locks, there is a hay-thatched roof. It's not that it stands out because of the hay-thatched roof, but as you glance around, you do notice that there is dried blood on the cobble. Now, you're not a forensic specialist, but it's different.
Oh.
Are we back?
Did you freeze?
I
Yeah,
think I might have.
did you freeze?
I was going to say, are we back? Yeah.
Because everybody else froze in that moment. Yeah, I think it's on my side. We have some drop frames there. That's all right. Like I was saying, you're not a forensic specialist. But it does stand out. You don't know if there's much in the way of correlation. Doesn't necessarily mean it's errands. It could be anything. Animals get nicked on the streets all the time. And it's not like a lot of blood. It's just a few drips here and there.
I smell it. Does it smell like Aaron?
So referring to you as Daywalker.
Does it smell like those prostitutes that touched him?
Yeah.
Does it smell tainted by the hell itself?
Is there glitter mixed in? Because glitter gets everywhere.
I would probably just note it, see, okay, there's some blood there. It could have been homeless people fighting, drunks after, could have been anything. But
could have been anything, right, yeah. I mean, you're not far from the bathhouse, and,
yeah.
I mean, drunk people stumble in and out of the bathhouse. That's all right.
Noted.
The rest of you round the length of the building, and you don't see anything else. You're never met by Keegan Gelv. You see how lackadaisical the approach is to outside care to the building.
So Zora's probably still thinking about the fact that it's so overdone. Like, it's not even a little overdone, it's a lot of bit out of control.
There is some overgrowth, yeah.
So she'll probably go up to Aiden and Rowan, like, is it strange that somebody has such intricate interior have such a lack of care for the outside?
Well, he's a locksmith. He cares about locks. He might not care about gardening.
Well, that and the fact that up until, 2 days ago, he wasn't really even caring about locksmiths.
Yeah, he was looking for his rat.
Yes, that's fair. It just seems strange.
I mean, we forgot to... Did we get an exact date for when he first reported his familiar missing? I mean, if it was at the start of all this, then does this look like 3 months worth of not caring? I mean, I'm not a gardener. I mean, I at least not tending to a lawn. If I've tended to the gardens at my outside my our family establishment, but that's all vegetables and food.
There's a lot of different factors in plant growth, sunlight, water, etc. So it's hard to tell. Could be a week, could be a couple weeks.
So Sora.
I don't have knowledge nature as a class skill. Would you let me do knowledge nature or just flat intelligence? Just to kind of gauge
Yes, of
if
course.
3 months of growth
There
in
is-
Cauldron
here's
would
the thing,
make
guys.
sense.
It's a skill check. Even if it's not a skill that is a class skill of yours, you can always make the check. That just doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to succeed. And frankly, you don't really know.
That's fair. I thought maybe she could pull from a little bit of just being in Cauldron and as much of the back of things as possible, but if she doesn't know, she doesn't know.
Where
Can you
there's
tell
that's
me?
the thing about surface side, where there's lots of sun and there's significant moisture, you're gonna have growth.
Right.
And you don't know what things have been like in the last 20 years. You just know the last couple of days, the last 2 or so. It's been a little damp. There's been a little bit of rain and
Right.
quite a bit of sunshine. So it's likely. But Sasora, when you round the building and you start talking to them, you notice that there is a figure not far from where Low Tome Street meets Lava Avenue. It's probably 3 buildings away, just tucked between the houses. I'm gonna go ahead and ping so that you can see it. It's like right about there. You see a figure.
Okay.
They're just kind of watching, and when they see you, they kind of like pull their head back, but then like keep looking.
Can I I don't want to get closer to them because I don't want to scare whatever figure this is away, but can I attempt to look closer at the figure, I guess, and see if I can pick anything up from how far away we are?
Oh, you're probably 60 or so, maybe 70 feet away.
So I'm not close.
Not close enough to make out finer details, just something that you caught. Carter would not have seen this just because of his field of vision.
Can I I just want to take I don't want to look like I'm walking at the figure. I just want to take a couple steps in the direction and see if I scare it away or if they're not scared away. I don't want to look like I'm walking that way, but kind of just a couple steps, as if I'm studying the other things around here, but I'm not directly walking at it.
Sure, but there is something to be said about recognizing being watched and then stepping in that direction. It's not a matter of convenience
Sure.
as much as you're kind of giving away your lead on that, right?
Right.
And when you start stepping in the direction of that and the others are kind of mid-conversation, they'll notice you step away and the person will kind of look out and they'll glance around and they'll go like this, not as in a hey, but as in a don't.
Yeah, and then she'll walk back to them and she's not going to draw attention to whoever it is.
They point. They point several times, over your shoulder.
Do I know, could I figure out what they're pointing at if I turn around?
They're pointing at your group.
Okay. Then she's going to turn around and she's going to act like she didn't see whatever it was.
I want a perception from Aiden and Rowan, please. Again, Carter's not going to see that. Carter, you probably think it's a little strange. She walked about 10 feet away, stopped, and then backpedaled 2 steps and turned and walked back to you. Yeah, okay. So 24 and 21 is good.
It's pretty good.
You'll both identify that she started walking in the direction, and you kind of you follow where that sight is leading. And it's between 2 buildings where you can see that someone is clearly at. They're trying to appear hidden, but when you glance to them, your eyes find them, and they wave, and they point again. Rowan, something about this guy looks familiar.
Is it the homeless guys that we saw?
It is one of the homeless men, yeah.
And they're waving at us and pointing at me?
Not waving at you as much as it's no, and then pointing at something or someone else.
I'll look wherever they're pointing.
You kind of follow, and it falls on Carter.
And I'll just and see if he waves again. I'll point at Carter.
Head nods emphatically several times up and down.
And then I'll point at Carter and point at him.
Carter, you look and you can't see anything past 30
No,
feet.
no, for the guy. Like if I go like this and then I go like that.
Oh, yes. He again nods emphatically. Yes.
All right. So Sora, Aiden, I'll be right back. Also, I noticed a little blood there, but that could be anything. And I'll take Carter and start slowly walking in that direction. Carter, come with me.
So Sora's gonna have kind of a quizzical look, particularly if Rowan's going the direction she just was looking.
Mm-hmm.
Stay here.
She's not gonna go over there because it was very clear to her when she saw the guy to not go over there. So she's not gonna go over there. She's just gonna kind of watch.
Here.
Where are we
I
going?
guess we're not welcome. So here, let me tell you some stories about the academy while I'm at it.
We're going
And
to see our
Aiden
friends
will-
from the other night.
And Aiden will kind of point so that we can halfway have an excuse to be looking roughly in that direction while not be looking at them.
Sure.
Pointing at blue water.
Seems reasonable. Till Sora's in.
As the two of you begin to walk away, you overhear him begin to regale Sulsora in some of the events of entry into Blue Water and what it was like finding and earning the prestige of finally being in attendance at such a location. It's not for everyone. People are just different there. It's like a noble talking about, my previous years at this establishment are so good, right? Like he's laying it on hard. But you realize, Sulsora, that he's no longer in attendance there, and he's not even welcome there. So it's kind of interesting that he's talking about the good old days of something that almost can't happen any further.
He's
But
the kid never left his hometown. Is that the vibe we're getting here?
Sort
Kid never
of,
left his hometown,
sort of
just
a
kind of
little
like regaling all of his
yeah,
hometown escapades. Yeah, that's what Sora's just gonna listen along because it's
Good job.
clearly
Hey.
very important to Aiden, so she's happy to let it be important.
Well, Aiden's playing as if he's regaling like, hey, I peaked in high school, so that's all I'm doing. But here's the thing. Pointing in that direction is also the same direction that Carter and Rowan are going. So it gives us an excuse to keep glancing to the left and seeing what's they're doing.
correct.
Best
I'm
quarterback
looking
of Polk High.
I'm looking around trying to figure out what's going on until we eventually get to the point where he's finally in my view, and it's like, oh hey,
You see Morris.
Morris
takes you a
saved us
moment,
from that
but-
speech.
Yeah, it's Morris. You're certain of it. You wouldn't forget his face. He's someone who would quite literally give you the shirt off of his back. You shared half of a damp blanket. Hey, Carter, right? Carter?
yeah, Morris, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm surprised I found you so fast. Hey, how you feeling, by the way?
A friend's getting better, so that feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, I made a promise. Rowan, are you carrying the bag we got from Virginia?
Yeah.
I want some of mine.
How much some of yours?
I don't know, 20.
What's
Give him-
happening?
He'll give him 20.
I give Morris 20 gold from my cut from the funds we got from Virginia.
Hey, I don't. This is. Hey, no. He steps in. I don't. Do you know what this looks like? If I get stopped by the guards, they're gonna think that I stole this. I don't. Do you have any like food instead? I think this is really generous, but I'll get thrown in jail if I get caught with this.
Okay, I'll use it to get more food that won't go bad.
I'll give him my 5 trail rations.
He happily takes it. He's like, nah, that's more like it. That's more like. Oh, and like he starts tearing out some of the dried meat, and he's, oh, that's delicious. This isn't. We can't get a lot of these. Like our funding's running low. You know, it's just so hard. It's like, there's cheese in this one. They put cheese in these.
Oh, good thing I gave you that. I don't like cheese.
Oh no, that's delicious. He's just so into it. He's like, hey, I'm supposed to give you guys a message.
Oh. What's the message?
Don't ask how. And he's still like, you got anything to drink in there? Can I have like a swig of wine or something?
Oh, wait. Carter.
I can
Can
make
you-
water.
Yeah.
I mean, water's good too, I guess. I'm just being a little greedy is all.
He could shoot it right into your mouth.
I wouldn't recommend that.
That's really strange. Can I just drink it from like a water skin or something?
Yeah, sure. And I will hand over my water skin, which already has water in
Oh,
it.
you guys are a lifesaver, man. I was wondering if I was going to get to eat today or not. It's real touch and go sometimes. And he takes a hefty swig of it, like he's wearing something on his face. He wipes it away. Wow. Yeah, sometimes it hits the spot. You know what I mean? That's really good.
I promised once I figured something out, I'd be back.
Hey, I'm gonna keep. Can I keep? I'm gonna keep the food. Is
Yes.
that okay?
The food you
Okay.
can keep.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna drink the rest of the water before I go still, but like I'm supposed to give you Carter. I'm supposed to give you a message.
Oh, nice.
Your friend. I don't know, Eric. I think you said it's Eric, and he takes another swig
Aaron?
of this. Eric, yeah, Eric. Eric, he got stabbed.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's not
Where?
good.
Where did he get stabbed?
I don't know. I don't know. But he got stabbed, and he's alive. He's alive. One of my buddies helped him. Oh, excuse me. They said that he was out near. Do you know where Low Point is? Out there by the orphanage.
We know where the orphanage is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to give you guys a message that he's out near Low Point at the orphanage. Oh man, that was so good. That was cold. How do you keep the water so cold?
Oh, I can make it with magic and then purify it too.
Oh man, you gotta show me how to do that. That's awesome.
I can try.
Oh yeah, that sounds. I might not be homeless anymore, but then again, I have obligations. You probably have obligations. Yeah, you guys.
I might.
You guys better go help Eric. He got stabbed. He's not. I don't know who stabbed him, but he's not doing too well.
You gonna be at the
Okay.
usual alley?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I come and go wherever it's warm and there are kind people. You know what? Tell me where I can find you guys easy, so I can drop off some information to you. Especially if you got more food, and maybe smaller denominations of coin, something that's not gonna get me beaten up.
We'll be at Menudo's for now. Menudo's
You're a
Sporting
Menudo?
House.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's okay. You guys shouldn't be walking around with any money at that place. I mean, or do or it's all right. Don't need to get hostile or anything. Just
Well, we're just trying to. We're still figuring stuff out. A friend set us up there. Well, thank you a lot for the information. Morris, tell your friend I also say thanks to them. Do they need food too? Your friend?
oh, I mean maybe. I mean, we need a lot of things, right? We're out here in on lava and doing the best we can, right? We're just doing the best we. It's hard out here sometimes, but I got 4 more bags of this, whatever this is. It's delicious. So I mean, I guess I'm doing pretty good, right?
Next time you come with information, you can come with a list of things you might need too. We can help you get them.
Yeah.
Oh, I got like a shopping list.
I guess.
Wow.
If you don't want to walk around with money, we can give you goods, right?
Yeah, we'll walk around with the money and do the shopping.
I don't know.
And then we can get it to you.
I like to pack light. Okay, you never know when you gotta
When you
ham
gotta
spray
go.
real fast.
I
Right.
get that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, basically everything I've got is on my back right now, so
Hey.
I get it.
I
Me
got
too.
everything I got is in my belly right now or in these bags in my hands, so I understand. I'm still gonna. You're sure it's
Yep.
okay I drink all this water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just waiting for the other shoe to drop just in case, and like he slow opens it. I'm really gonna do it. Don't I?
I lift up my foot and put it down.
I lift up my hand and from it just water like produces and like
Whoa,
hits the ground.
whoa! Don't waste that. That's. There are a lot of. Come on, man. Can I? You know what? Give me a bucket next time if you're just gonna free waste water like that.
I can do that as much as I want.
Guy need to be way more pious. Wow.
Magic is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Hey, good luck, man. Because based on what I know, like Eric, your buddy Eric that got stabbed, he didn't even know it was happening. He really shouldn't go out alone, and this place will really eat you up if you're not careful.
We'll stick to groups. Thanks, Morris.
He should be
Eric
all right,
is-
though.
Yeah, Eric is kind of thick-headed, but we'll try.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He took something nasty. He was puking up some nasty stuff the last time I saw him.
We better get to him quick then.
Yeah, probably.
wasn't-
Thank you,
He wasn't
Morris.
even supposed to be by himself. He was supposed to be somewhere.
We could talk about that later.
He's walking
No,
away.
just-
He's like, oh my God,
yeah.
I'm gonna eat for like at least 2 more hours. This is crazy.
Yeah, just take Carter and rush back to the group.
As we're walking back, I just refill my water skin.
By the power of Paylor.
You refill the
Caleb
water
provides.
skin. You make your way back, and he's like, and you'll never guess what the Chancellor did at the. And he's like really just laying it on thick. So Sora could not appear more bored.
She's Soul Sonora right now.
Yeah,
How does she
Hey.
look so bored with that helmet?
you see that there's
The
a
eyes
lilt
are
in the
just like-
jaw. Just
What? That's
Drool.
crazy.
Drool out underneath the chain cord.
Finally, you're back. My throat was starting to get sore with all that pantomime.
Well, we gotta go. We gotta hurry to the orphanage. Aaron got stabbed.
I love it.
Maybe
Yeah,
that
that
you-
guy.
Aaron got
Call
what
him
now?
Eric.
Who was that?
That was. We met Morris the other night. He's one of our friends from the alleyway. He told us that somebody told him that he was stabbed, and he's by the orphanage.
Yeah, Morris.
Sora's
was
mostly bewildered because there's a lot of story here that she has no idea or context of.
We can walk and talk. Let's go. We gotta hurry up.
She's happy to go that direction.
And then I'll tell.
She heard Aaron stabbed, and she's like, "Okay, got it. Cool.
I'll tell her
Let's go."
how Carter was worried and wandered off, and I followed him, and he was helped out by Morris and Nealon and Chris and the other guy. I forget the fourth one.
Durney.
Darny.
Durney.
There
Yes.
you go. You got. Hey, you know what? Look at you guys writing down names and stuff. Your lexicon of names is growing. It's huge. Love it. Okay.
many.
It's probably another 20 or 30 minutes as you hop quickly across the city. You're dodging people as much as you possibly can, moving as
Hustling.
fast as Aiden's body will let you. Something about being alone. It's been repeated up to this point. Isolationism, being alone. Cauldron will eat you alive. Makes you concerned and carries you for a while. But as you arrive, there you can see Aaron is sitting with his back against what little bit of fence remains around the orphanage. No one else is around. No Gretchen, no Patch, no one here to help him. He's holding on to the scabbard and sword like it's a walking stick, but at this point it's set against him and the rail or the post of the fence.
Are you sure he was stabbed? Because he smells like he fell in a cesspit again.
Now-
May-
Are you
maybe
okay,
after
Eric?
he was stabbed, he fell in a cesspit. You want us to check your wound?
Just above board. They got to me after all of that before Patch got over to the barracks and brought-
Correct.
Mm.
Hey, Morris moves faster than Patch, all right?
We were told you were stabbed. Do you want us to look at it? Are you okay?
Sora's kneeling down next to Aaron. Where'd you get stabbed?
Just a little bit in the ribs.
Oh, Morris also said you were puking all over the place.
You don't recall vomiting at all.
I don't remember it, but it's probably true.
You look at the corner of his mouth and there is some sort of foam, some spittle that has a yellowish tint to it. That in great quantities it could appear as like a light orange.
Something around your mouth.
And when he sort of leans so that you can see this rib area, you don't see anything on the ribs, Silsora, but you can see that it looks like he was stabbed in the left flank just above his belt line, lower back.
Yeah, so Sora's gonna take a look at patching that up.
You can only tell this because there is blood on his cloak. When you begin to pull up the shirt, it sticks a little to it, sort of like the way that blood might dry, but as you begin to peel up the shirt, there is a new kind of odor. It's this sort of acidic smelling, almost like burnt smelling tar that's covering the flank. Not like his skin is starting to change, but something that was deliberately applied.
Somebody try and treat your wound.
It looks kind of like a poultice.
This recognizable to me, bub?
Give me... What knowledge would you like to try here? Or would you like to try like a heal check?
Well, I was gonna try a heal check anyway, but specifically this, like, tar not supposed to be here business, given every other little coincidence we've seen connected to Solsora's homeland, she would like to try and see if there's some sort of technology or methodology, if you will, that would be this. So I don't know what knowledge that is. I don't know if knowledge local makes sense here because it's technically her local, but not her recent local. I don't know if that makes sense here.
Choose a skill, you get one. Knowledge local or heal?
Well, I'm gonna take heal.
Okay.
I'm definitely taking heal for sure. And I would like to do the thing, this thing.
So you're going to take the best of two?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll. 18 or 21.
Both big.
Both big. 21 is sizable, and you feel
11.
comfortable in identifying that this is surprisingly a very refined poultice. The application is also extremely fine. This comes with someone who is not only nimble and dexterous with their fingers, but they know exactly the destination for application. They know exactly what they're doing. And you don't really know what sort of wound he's taken, but you know that it takes someone with some knowledge of medicine. This is someone that was trained medically. You realize that this isn't something, what this is made of, right, from your heal check. It's not something that can be quickly made locally. It's here, it's in the city, but it's only something that you can get from actual, like, surgeons. Because it's imported in.
So
This
it's like
poultice-
that is that good stuff. Okay.
This poultice is made from a certain and rare fish made in Sassarine. It is a Sassarine-based poultice. It's much more common there. But you can imagine how difficult it is to get fish from Sassarine up a volcano. So it has to be imported in.
So Sora's just gonna kind of look really quizzically at this. Because she expected a wound here. Not this. This is not what she expected. Aaron, did you... What? Start from the beginning. Why didn't you go talk to Leona? What happened?
I was on my way to talk to Leona and stopped by Keegan's on the way over just to check. I wanted to double back on it. It was on the way to her anyway. And before I knew it, I was stabbed and on the ground. And I woke up not long ago in a dark, damp, foul-smelling place.
I'll take perceptions, please, from everyone.
My favorite roll, bub.
Mm-hmm.
Not rolling.
Oh.
Oh, it rolled twice. I'll use my reroll.
Okay.
I used my last one.
So, Carter with a 16, Sora with a 22. Rowan with a reroll from an 8 to a 26. That's gross. And Aiden with a 14. Did we not get one from Aaron?
No,
Yeah, Aaron, give me a perception, please.
I thought I clicked it. I guess it didn't.
Well, I thought I clicked it too, and I clicked
Weird.
it twice.
Yeah, it took a while for mine to register
Sure.
as well.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay.
Okay, 14.
Just Rowan. Rowan, not far from you. It is difficult to see, but something about your senses are alerted to feeling like you are being watched. And you are very carefully looking around when you can see that not far from where you stand is an individual. It feels more like what you got from Morris, with an exception of the fact that this person is deliberately trying to hide.
How far away?
They're at the Lakeside Pavilion, which is from your current location on map. It is southwest. There is a stone and glass structure. It's right here. They seem to be just dipping in and out of the shadow of the building. They're deliberately watching, though. From where you are, it's probably... I mean, it's in your field of vision. There's still light, so it's probably about 140, 150 feet away.
Far enough that I can't make out, but it's just somebody that I see popping in and out.
Enough so that it registers to you. When you glance at them, just enough, this is not a homeless man.
Guys, I think we're being watched. They're really far away, but I could just see somebody. And Aaron, you're really lucky that our homeless friends found you.
It's weird that he says that, Aaron, because you just had your entire person watched over, handled, albeit slightly mishandled, and dealt with by Etch.
Yeah, a friend of a friend said that they found you.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to?
Where were you stabbed?
Aaron.
I was stabbed in front of Keegan's.
That was the blood, I guess, I saw there then.
Yeah. And I think it was less found and more waiting for an accident to happen.
Can you be any more cryptic?
Bub, I want you to know, Bub Board, at any point, Solsora is going to roll a sense motive because he's feeling very, even above cryptic levels of cryptic right now. And with what Solsora's seen, somebody actually good at this healed this. Somebody who has access to the really good shit fixed this. So this is all, none of this makes sense to Solsora.
This level of poultice application wouldn't just be used for wound. It would be a counter agent for some type of poison. The likelihood
Again,
is that if you
alarm
were to
bells.
remove the poultice itself, there would, based on what you know about just generalized medicine, there would be some sort of stent or something sitting inside of the wound to soak up any lingering poison. It's going to suck to remove. You know it's going to hurt a lot. But it's likely what is numbing down the left side of his leg as well. You can see that there is limited reaction and movement.
Okay, so no offense, Aaron, but like, you gotta work on your people skills. Someone saves your life, and the first thing you do is get all, yeah, they're just waiting for trouble. Like, seriously, you were down for the count apparently, and this guy used the good stuff to fix you. And then had a friend of ours tell us where to find you.
A friend of ours that gave Carter a blanket without even knowing him when the guy has nothing.
Really good guy.
Yeah, Morris is a good guy.
Gives
You
when he
can
has
go
nothing.
ahead, Ivy. You can go ahead and tell the truth now, or go ahead and roll your bluff. Take your pick. You gotta do one.
Also,
I'm not
Bub,
lying about anything.
As I'm talking,
You're
I'm still
being
watching that guy.
intentionally leaving things out.
As we're talking, I'm still
Yeah.
keeping an eye where that black figure is.
Okay, yeah. The longer they sort of weave in and out, the more detail you get. You can see that they're wearing like a tan upper tunic, and it looks like it has like an emerald cloak and top. So it sort of like dresses like what do they call it? It's not like a necklace, but it sits sort of like like an upper chest and shoulder vambrace that attaches to a cloak, but it's like emerald in color. It's not like linen, it's a leather. So anyone that's equipped with something like that, you get the general sense that there is intention to their person. There is a belt strap that runs the length of their body as well. It doesn't look to be some sort of like a chest bandolier, but they are dressed a lot finer than what you might expect out of someone that typically traverses this area. You're certain that they're not of the homeless population. They look to be an adventurer of some kind.
We may be being watched by. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd know their adventure. I probably think that they're like Therio or Felian, like those guys from the mayor's office, if they're dressed that nice. So we may be being watched by those detectives from the mayor's office. The person's dressed pretty well.
How would they be watching us?
They might be just watching the orphanage, and we're here.
Possible. And to answer your question, when someone intervenes and keeps you alive, it's generally not like us. They don't do it out of the goodness of their heart.
We're not that special.
No, we are very special.
We're as
Think I'm
equally
that
special
special.
and unspecial as everyone else. There's got to be
Exactly.
more people than us out there in the world.
I'm sure there are. But in comparison to the entire world, there's too few of us.
That doesn't change much of what I said.
Anyway, I'm a little hesitant. I'm sure you know, Rowan, when somebody helps you, there's usually a price to pay.
Did they tell you the price? You're still talking in riddles to us.
They want information.
Okay.
They
Did you give
want
it?
as little as possible while still keeping myself alive. They want us to do something.
What do they want us to do?
Well, if you think I'm being cryptic, then this guy is professional.
What did he say?
Okay, what did he say that he wants us to do? Can't be any more cryptic than the stupid St. Cuthbert. Is this why you're cryptic? Because you're a follower of St. Cuthbert? Is this like a requirement of the fucking
No, it's
church?
fine. I swear he's right here, Leona. I left him here. Oh, look, everyone's here right now. How did you get here so fast? We didn't even find you.
And he's shoved to the side. To some surprise, Patch isn't exactly a small guy. He's not hefty, but
He's tall.
He's a thick guy, and you see him just like the hand of God shoves him out of the way, and Leona, just full of piss and vinegar, rushes by, pushes through each of you. She doesn't even care how close you are, and she grabs you by the chin, and she begins to look you over. She's like, What happened to you? What's wrong? I need to know what's wrong. What happened? What happened to him?
His back, don't touch it. It's been treated.
With really good skill. He got stabbed outside of Gel's.
Yeah, he went investigating instead of go.
Something's going on.
The longest
Can-
way possible.
Something.
you-
One moment.
You convince
Stream
him-
is stream
One
is
moment.
stream is yeah. Well, now I see Bub again.
Yeah. Yep. There's some instability issues. It's not just on Zoom side. It's happening even on
Blame
OBS.
What I saw on
So-
stream froze and we were still going, so it's like something in between.
We should be good
Okay.
again. It's
Okay.
I think it's good. Sorry about that, guys. We might just be hitting some weather. It's right now, we literally looked at the 5-day forecast and it's rain and like 45. Then it's supposed to be 60. Then it's 50. Then it's 72. And then it's literally snow.
And then
It's snowing.
tornadoes.
It's
Yeah,
snowing
and then
here
winter
right
storm
now.
warning. Yep,
It's
same.
crazy.
Yeah, I got wind gusts going on in my place, so
Okay, they're saying we're stable now.
Cool. Cool, thank you,
I turn
guys.
to Leona. Can you convince him to, like, he's being cryptic about his stabbing. Can you get the information from him so we can help him?
She looks down at you and the most serious face. Talk.
I got stabbed. Someone helped me.
Who helped you?
What was his name again? Sorry.
Etch.
Etch. Man named Etch.
Etch.
And he wants
Why did he help you?
wants a favor in return.
Where is this Etch at?
No idea. Somewhere below the city.
Below the city. Were you in a
Below the ci-
mine?
Nope. Smelled like a sewer.
Yeah, you
Probably tell.
smell like a sewer, but there's no easy access to the sewer, and why we don't go down there anyway. You might be confused as a meal by the Otyug.
Well,
You were
I
stabbed, and then you went into the sewer, and you smell like. Are you sure that the wound is up? And she looks to you. Are you sure the wound is clean?
Very. Whoever did this well. This is not even something that most normal people would have access to.
And you're not lying. You're not holding anything back.
All I know is he wants a favor in return, and he hasn't named that favor yet.
Well,
I
I'd like to
think
talk to
it-
this Etch. So, when you find out more about him, I would like to have a word with him myself. Is that something you can do, Aaron? Can you pass the message along?
Aaron will look around to see if there's a rat nearby.
Interesting. Okay, give me a
Yeah.
perception.
It's broad daylight. You usually don't see rats in broad daylight.
That's not very good.
You don't see anything that makes you believe that there's a rat nearby, but Cauldron is a city that rarely sleeps.
Mhm.
Daylight hours, night hours, there is plenty. And there's you don't just need rats. The homeless population is still vast.
Yeah. I'm sure he already knows.
Good. Good. Can you stand, or do I need to make Patch carry you?
If you help me up on your shoulder.
Of course. And she'll lean down and she'll kind of like shove the weapon away, and she reaches over behind herself and grabs your arm and pulls you tight into her body. And she lifts you in a very surprisingly easy way. She kind of ragdolls you for a second. Like, you actually get lifted off of the ground as she begins to relower herself to put your heels back down.
Can someone grab the sword?
Toss it in the lake.
I'll grab it if it was close to Aaron, so Sora's probably the closest to him, so she'll grab it.
Rowan,
Yes.
you look down at the sword, and as your eyes train on the sword, you watch as the world around you begins to wash away the color. This is just for your vision. The sandy brown cobble, the muddied soil begins to wash out into fields of gray. And you watch as it washes away in the direction of the building where you saw the man, the pavilion. The world around it begins to also fall into this gray scale, and you see something that you've been waiting on. A pale brand falls over the building, marring it like ink-stained tattoos, but you, despite not being able to see it, you recognize the flourish and the swirls of your lady's pale brand. This is something that means more to you than anyone in your party right now because you were told. You'll know it when you see it. My question to you is, do you abandon your friends right here?
Oh, he sprints towards the building.
What does everybody else do?
I'm following
I was about
instantly.
to say I sprint after with him.
You can keep up.
Patch,
You going somewhere? Where they going?
Aaron, when you glance over your shoulder, you can see that Rowan is in full wind sprint. So much so that even supranaturally, his limbs are starting to change, and you can see the cording of his heel stepping into the calf as it takes on more of a feline-like approach in surprise as the skin leathers up into this darkened black. He's running in full tilt in the direction of, as your eyes follow, what looks to be the pavilion.
I guess he really had to go. I guess I'll carry your sword.
You take the sword, and Carter, you struggle to stay up. His strides are beginning to lengthen in depth. His legs seem to grow in size. And when you glance over your shoulder, even Silsora struggles to keep up with you. If this were a dead sprint, there is no chance in hell, in any of the hells, that any of you could keep up. You cover ground so fast that it's about 15 seconds, and you're inside of the pavilion. You carry with yourself a trail of dust and debris as it kicks up and runs into the stone structure, and when you arrive, you see a man attempting to walk out the other side. You see that he's probably about 5'8", 5'9", a dark mane of brown hair, and elven ears.
Chase after him.
When he hears the sounds of your feet batting across the stone of the pavilion, he tries to run, stumbles on the first step, and falls into a roll just outside. You can see his prone body. What does this look like to you? Do you bound over the top of him? Do you hold him down? Well, I'm curious to know what your reaction is.
I wouldn't hold him down, but I probably would stand over him. Like, who are you?
His face just screams fear, but no noise ever ekes from his tightly flinched lips. His eyes are wide, almost aberrant in their design, and they're watching, taking in as much information as possible. You eventually hear the sounds of your allies as they begin to pace up. So Sora knows where you've gone. Carter has a really good idea where you've gone, but only confirms the moments later after he arrives. You're standing over the top of him. He's gasping.
I'm not going to hurt you. Who are you?
I'm Felian. My name is Felian.
Why were you watching us?
What are you doing with your hands?
Nothing right now, because I want him to talk. I just don't want him to run, so I'm standing over him. So I guess they're just like out like that, like you know when you don't want somebody to run, you sort of like put your arms out. Like,
Yeah. He's kind of like he's pulled up his left hand just up under the jawline to sort of protect the neck, and the right is prepared to defend his face. Been watching you.
Why?
We're looking for the children.
Okay, so are we. Why are you watching us?
Because people have taken an interest in you in the city. It's something that my brother and I can tell. And we thought that if we had watched you, we might find something that we hadn't, because others have been also stalking you.
Who has been stalking us?
We can never get greater details on them. Some of them appear like the local vagrants. Others appear in finery and cloaks and royal reds. And we aren't certain, because as quick as we can follow you, they are faster to hide from us.
Do they have any symbols? And he'll show him his left arm.
What's on your left arm? Please describe it.
It's a brand of a hand holding a sword.
Nothing like that, no.
Then Rowan would back off a little bit and offer his hand to pick him up.
He's very hesitant as the others begin to arrive. You can hear their feet batting across the stone, and you see him now beginning to lift a man. As each of you arrive, he's beginning to lift the man from the ground. And he's in relatively nice clothing. Like his clothes are they're not noble's clothes, but they look like adventurers' clothes that haven't quite seen the dust of adventure.
Before they show up, he's going to cover his left arm again.
As each of you arrive, he's rolling his sleeve back down, rebuttoning the end. No, nothing like that.
Rowan, what's going on?
He's been watching us. This is Felion.
No.
My name is Felion Shard, and I am with the Striders of Farlanen.
Did he say why he's watching us?
Apparently, a lot of people have taken interest in us. And they're also trying to find the children.
And frankly, none of you are quiet about anything you do. You ask a lot of questions, and you're drawing a lot of attention.
You can't find answers without asking questions.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm inclined to agree, but you tend to be a bit more quiet about it if you wish not to draw attention.
Well, attention can be good and bad. Sometimes attention gets you stabbed. Sometimes attention gets you a surgeon.
As we've come to notice. Listen, I think it's safe to assume that we might be working along the same side. And
you're trying to help the kids? We are, yes.
We are. We wish to find the children.
Then we're happy to share information with you.
You've been watching us and we've been loud, so you probably know what we know already. We're not exactly quiet about it. Is there anything we don't know that you think might help us?
Perhaps we could have a moment to share some information then. Maybe a pleasant discourse, something to share what we might know, something that we may have overlooked. If that's fine, I can find my brother and perhaps we can establish some rapport, if that would be fine.
Of course.
My brother is Vario Elegoth. I am Felion Shard. We are, as I was saying, the Striders of Farlanen.
Striders of Farlanen. What's that?
That's a lot to explain. Perhaps we can explain this over a cup.
We don't know where we're going right now, but we're staying at Menudo's. Or I'm sure you know that if you've been watching us.
We are aware that you've been staying at Menuda's board.
If you want to talk, we can talk at the tankard.
As a sign of good faith, we have an area of privacy at the Drunken Moorcough.
That's fine. We'll meet you wherever.
Fine, then tonight, with Vario, and we'll discuss what we know. And as a sign of good faith, we will even cover the cost of the drink this eve.
I appreciate that. Sorry for scaring you.
I've never seen a man move that fast, and that was not something that we had built in our dossier in regards to you, so I have some things to change.
Sometimes I get extra motivated.
Understood. I'm even surprised that you could see me. I thought I'd stayed far enough away.
Yeah, I'm good at a lot of things.
His eyes are good. He does the seeing.
We will update that information promptly. Very well, then if it is fine and I'm not going to be attacked, I'm going to go that way now. And he literally points over his shoulder, which is in the opposite direction of you guys.
I'll just put my hands up.
Okay, he takes he takes 3 steps backwards and then turns, but never quite taking his eyes off of you. And just walking, he gets about 15 or so feet away, and then He kind
You're not
of
far enough yet.
just he walks faster.
I just keep waving. Every time he looks back at us, I just keep waving at him.
Did he say who was following us, Rowan?
No, he said a few different people. Some look like they're homeless, some look like they're nobles, some were in rich red cloaks.
So we got a little bit of everybody.
He didn't know what I was looking for, but he is related to what I'm looking for. So I'm sorry I sprinted off from you guys.
I'm glad you found what you're looking for.
That leaves
Next
that-
time, a warning. A warning would be good.
It leaves that question. What he's looking for. Everybody has had a clear goal up to this point. Everybody has something in mind. What he's looking for. Rowan has a story.
Well, Rowan, my eyes aren't very great, but if you want help looking for whatever it is, I'll help.
What I'm looking for is pretty vague right now, so I appreciate it. But we have kids to find first.
Agreed.
I'll try to give you more warning next time, but the signs are few and far between, so when I see them, I react rather harshly.
Fleur will just sort of nod.
I'll push them back towards. Let's get back to Eric.
I guess that's just my name now.
It's gonna be. He fucking called you Eric.
According to the homeless.
Eric the meter maid.
We like Morris.
We like all the NPCs. Come on.
You find your way back quickly. I'm imagining that there's probably a little bit of jogging to catch back up with them. They're not moving very fast, but you return to them. Is there any conversation that happens between Aiden and Aaron before they return? Anything maybe even with Leona? Patch didn't go along.
Yeah, I didn't assume as much. Basically, right after the sprint starts and they all go running off, and Aiden picks up the sword. Thank you. That's the last thing Tercion gave me.
No problem. And Aiden will kind of hold the sword in front of him, taking a closer look at it. If there is anything special or any marks on it.
There are some marks on it. There's nothing immediately fancy about the leather wrapping, but you can tell that the pommel of the blade itself has the family seal of Skellerang, which, you know, give me a knowledge history. I think of all the people, you might have an inclination of this. Give any luck rerolls, and are you satisfied with that?
I'll go ahead and re-roll it. Why not?
Okay.
Nope.
You thought you had something there for a second, and then it just...
It was cooking for a minute. Yeah, no, it's not exceptional. Something about it. The name Skellerang, it's been used a lot recently, but it feels prominent, and you're not entirely certain why it feels so prominent.
Ah, look at that.
I lied. There might be an opportunity.
Nope.
You know what?
Shit.
I'm going to let you use one of my luck rerolls.
One of these he'll get. I swear he will. Jesus Christ. Maybe he fucking won't. Never mind.
Dice
something-
tell a story.
About Skellerang, the name Skellerang that just feels so prominent. Everybody's been using it. There's something about the history of Tercion Skellerang and how important he was to this city. The way that they look and they herald over the name Tercion Skellerang. Now, not even the current guard captain, but Tercion was more than just a footnote in the city. He was a cornerstone of its success. Even with a 16, even with a 9, you remember the late Tercion Skellerang. He was in everyone's business. It wasn't just It wasn't just the homeless. It wasn't just the blue collars. It was in the nobles. He was in the ass of everyone.
So, Aaron, tell me. I'll be honest. About the only thing I knew about Tercion is he was a hard ass.
Yeah. I think probably one of the biggest hard asses to ever live.
What drove him?
I mean, you're looking at it.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, he focused on you and
No, not me. The city.
Well, what about the city? What was his relationship to the city? I mean, was it only just I am the law, you will obey me just because it's good for the city, or what? Is his ancestors buried here? Does he is he
Aaron, give me a knowledge history.
Nah, yeah.
I'm even going to give you a circumstantial bonus, yeah, because this is something that probably would have been brought up in your time with the family. Thank you. Oh my God,
Wow.
Christy, Jesus. All right, calm down. Going crazy over here. That's 4 lucky rolls.
Kate said he was going to do a jig.
Oh. Aaron, Tercion stood for order. Constantly order. It wasn't about power. It was about, there was a fact of right and wrong. He had an unshakable moral compass. But when he said, was his family buried here? Were they significant? Yeah, it's more than just significant. Skellering was one of the founding families of Cauldron.
Yeah.
One of the first 5 families and one of the recognized leaders to establish Cauldron alongside a local legend. It's Spell Mason. The name stands out to you, but you can't say you know a whole lot about Spell Mason. But Skellering, you knew that firsthand. It was bloodline. It was important. And as one of the founding families, it was his job to uphold. You know that the current Tercion didn't really want that. He wanted to lead a different life, but he didn't have a choice.
Oh. I mean, pretty much the rumors you hear about him are correct. He didn't want power. He didn't need to grab for it. It was something that came with him. His family basically built this city. His father and brother and mother all died and were buried here during the the Orcish incursion. And then he's spent his entire life afterwards building the law brick by brick for the city to make it become something that would match his moral compass. He was order. The city was him.
so
It's not like now where the nobles look down upon the guard and everyone else. Back then, if a noble stepped out of line, Tercion was right there behind them, ready to kick them back into shape or out of the city.
Leona
was
chimes back in. That's true. I heard the stories too. But I think it was a little different. I don't think he quite kicked them around, but after his death, Terci and I needed to know. We needed to know. Frankly, he didn't really know his father that well, but she's still lifting you along at this point, helping you. He had a strong understanding of law, but particularly order, and he knew how to talk to them.
He did.
And
He had their respect.
Tercion doesn't know that. He has the arm. He has the moral cognizance, but he doesn't know how to talk to the nobles. And now there's just so many of them.
That
So-
is the thing he's lacking. It, as much as someone can be taught to be a guard, they can't be as easily taught to be a noble. At least one that will be looked fairly upon by the rest of the group. They can tell the difference.
So, okay, so his motivation was a legacy. I get it. And you have a medallion of St. Cuthbert under your shirt. Was he also affiliated? Is that where he got his love of law from? Is that why he used that as his motivation to protect the legacy?
Tercion did, in fact, have some fairly devout followings, but he practiced privately. When you remember,
Yep.
he didn't really attend service as much as he knew the teachings of St. Cuthbert and would offer aid freely, but it was rarely asked just because the city made greater demands.
Yeah, he wasn't openly religious, I think, if I remember correctly. In his private time, which he didn't share with me or the Terzion or anyone else, really. I think he was related to the Church of Rome, but not super devout. Order was always above everything else for him.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
That's probably why he fell apart so hard. The order he had made, I disappeared, and I got rid of it.
So the question is are you going to help restore it? I'm Aaron, I've traveled with you for a number of weeks. I'm just trying to understand you better. You can tell me it's none of my business. I'm just a noisy young old man.
Order isn't a broken pot. You can't just glue it back together. You have to build it from the ground up. You have to go dig the clay yourself. You got to go shape it. You got to go burn it in the kiln. There is no order to put back together. You have to build your own order.
I see. And then he looks at Leon. You see what I have to deal with?
What do you want me to say?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just happy you're going to be okay, Aaron.
I'll be fine.
He's not going to be fine until we can hose him down. Smells terrible. I'm going to have to take several baths after this. You're disgusting.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know if I've ever been quite this dirty. Though the stab wound, as of late, thankfully, is not too bad.
The others will begin marching up at about this point. They're not exactly running, but it is sort of a long jog.
So,
Sorry.
did you guys find anything?
We met Felion. He was watching us.
So that's what you were looking at the tower.
I didn't know till I got there. I'm just glad I was fast enough.
Speaking of which, is that something you were born with or something you learned?
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
You can't recall a time before it. It's weird thinking about your formative memories years before this. You've never not known. You remember being a kid and always being able to call upon something beside yourself.
I've always been able to do things when I needed to. Run a little faster, get a little taller, climb a little higher. Yeah, since I'm little.
I'm assuming we're heading towards the Church of St. Cuthbert. That's
Wherever
the,
Leona's leaving us.
well,
She
the
grabbed
closest
you.
church.
Leona was leading you back to the barracks.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
But he told us that apparently we're being watched by a lot of different groups of people.
I would think so. We haven't exactly been subtle.
Leona says, What have you gotten yourself into? You've only been in the city a day? 2 days?
None of us got stabbed except for one of us.
Yeah. So
No,
What did
hold
he
on.
say
You-
though?
what did you? It's serious. What did you get yourself? I'm not just gonna let you sit here passively and not answer me. What did you get yourself into? Lest you want me to bury my thumb in the wound in your back.
He hasn't
Well,
even told us all of it, I don't
Yeah,
think.
he keeps talking in riddles, but apparently we're getting close if he's getting injured. That's what I'm thinking, to whatever's going
There's a lot of interested parties in these missing people, and more than just finding where they're at. Especially the children.
Put
She
your thumb in the wound.
she pulls herself from under you and grabs your shoulders. Can you stand?
I certainly can try.
Give me a fortitude, please. You don't have a walking stick anymore. I want to see if you can just maintain being upright. It's not hard. It's harder than a 9. Do you have any luck rerolls? Because, yeah, you got luck rerolls. I know you do.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, we just got him.
Yeah. It takes you a moment to kind of find your footing. You're a little wobbly, all things considered, and you don't really have a lot of mobility control of your left leg. You find a spot on your heel that you can stand on to adjust some of the pressure, but you stand. Leona looks at you, even though you might be a good few inches taller than her. She says, Aaron, you may be my bigger brother. Kind of. But you're not a guard. You're not a sellsword. You're an injured boy. Look at yourself. You have an heirloom that you're carrying around. You're being stabbed by strange men, saved by stranger men, and you're playing, what, investigator? Could you even defend yourself against an unarmed woman right now? Choose your words carefully, because I have a lot of energy about me today.
No, I cannot.
You need to have help. If I find out that you are going anywhere alone, I'll make many more marks on your body. And I will remind you that you are just a page. You haven't even hit your 20th year, because time stopped for you. Do I make myself clear? Or do you want to fight about it?
I don't want to fight about it.
She looks to the rest of you. You're not going to let him off anywhere alone. Or do you want to fight about it?
He's not allowed.
He still hasn't told us everything, so he needs to stick with us until he actually says what happened.
He may understand the law, but he's very clearly injured, and he's always been dull. Wait him out. Just wait him out.
Been around far longer than him and far longer than you. I have plenty of time to wait him out.
The kids don't have time. He needs to talk.
She kind of watches you for a moment when you say that. Far longer than him and far longer than you. And your voice doesn't sound aged. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. She's not sure how to place that, but she sizes you. And you can see, it's the same thing that's happened every time someone watches you, where they just shake their head and place you as a dwarf.
Right.
They understand.
And that's what Sosora's kind of banking on. She's nodding along.
Now I'm going to take you back to the barracks, and then you can explain to Terse what happened. And then we will get someone from the church or a surgeon to figure out exactly what's happened to you.
Sounds like a plan. As for the information I've pretty much told you all of it. I wasn't exactly in the best state of mind when I was talking with, what was his name again?
Etch.
Yeah, can we
Like I
sense
said,
the motive
he
him?
didn't.
Sure, yeah, of
request-
course.
I mean,
So
like,
Sora also wants to roll one because she's already been suspect this whole time that he's lying by omission.
You have so much more information.
Oh, so Sora, you
Hell yeah, Christy.
1,000,000% realize Carter, yeah, you both realize that he is not divulging all of the information. That being said, he's either doing it for the safety of his sister, or he's doing it because he's just trying to take it on alone. Whatever the case may be, it's your choice if you wish to make this a thing right now. He is very
No.
injured. He also can't fight back. But
No,
even
I'm not
I
doing
think
anything about it right now.
Carter is the most hard pressed here because Carter doesn't understand why you would withhold information. Additionally, you don't exactly have strong radar for this. So for you to pick it up, your best guess is that there's a strong chance that his sister doesn't believe it, but she's not going to make a big deal about it because her brother is very, very injured. Carter's sweating. Excuse me, not Carter. Aaron is sweating. He's holding on. He's pale. You don't know if he's taken fever or whatever the case may be, but you can tell that the injury goes far beyond just a mere stabbing.
Does Carter have some sort of reaction? Like, is he like outwardly reacting
I
to
don't
this
know.
information?
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say something.
So Sora's gonna go over to Carter and just gently place her hand on his shoulder. Carter, not
No.
now.
No.
Not now.
No, we don't have time. I get it. He needs to sit down, but the moment he get him to a place, he needs to talk.
He does. But we need Leona to stay in our good graces, and we can't push Leona any further right now. Let's let him get back to Tercion, and we will talk to him then. I promise.
This is so dumb.
I
Those
know.
kids could be dead.
I know.
Like they don't care.
I know.
All right, move quick. Come on, let's go. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick you up.
And then Sora will go over to if it looks like Aaron's got help or needs help, Sora will help him.
I mean,
if
I'm
not, she's
leaning on
going.
Leona. Like,
Sure.
Leona's probably stronger than all of us. So
If
I
you're-
know.
if you're worried about those kids,
Yes,
Follow up
I
on-
am.
follow up on your leads. I don't have information about.
Yes, you do.
Again, all he told me is he will ask for a favor in the future.
Can I get a perception, please, from everyone? From this is an everyone thing.
fucking above board, you know more than that.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is this a Bobo forgetting moment? Because he literally gave you our biggest lead.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Bulba, are you the one being dumb or what?
He might have just
Hello?
spaced it. He may have just spaced the information, which is that happens, right? At the table, that happens because it's up to the player.
The most important
to
piece of
divine-
information.
Oh, if you're talking, so are you talking about the thing in the shop in Gelves?
Yes.
No.
Yes, the basement.
The thing about the basement he told you.
Yeah, no,
He-
it's not. It's not me as Bulba being.
That's not even what I'm
Difficult.
mad about, but I'm mad about it. But that's not what
So
I'm mad.
Sora, this is, I promise in this moment, this is more important. As they're walking and you can feel the frustrations and the tension is beginning to rise around you, and you can tell that this is about to explode. It's going to powder keg with information that's needed because Aaron is for some reason not spilling the most important details for whatever reason may be, despite his injury. You can see not more than about 60 feet in front of you, there is a child. A crying child, a girl.
Okay, I'm grabbing Carter's arm and we're walking immediately in her direction.
You recognize the girl. She was the girl recovered from the farm.
We're walking faster. Carter, come now, immediately. Come
Okay.
right now.
I can't see far. Where are we going? What are we looking at?
It's the girl from the farm. She's literally right in front of us.
I begin to move even faster. I imagine Carter's 6'3". I imagine I move a bit faster than
Oh yeah.
legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rowan?
But Sosora's going that direction. She's
Sosora
not telling anyone else, just Carter.
Holding on to the, like, probably the wrist or the hand of Carter as
Yes.
you're running in that direction. And you're
100%.
saying what that is. As she kind of bursts through, she's not quiet, right? She's wearing armor, guys. So she's pretty loud about this.
I'm
Aaron,
not saying anything to
you're
anyone
in-
else but Carter.
You're in the mid. I mean, you guys are literally in a circle together. You're walking as a group.
I know. I'm just
So
not verbally saying
Yeah.
anything to them when I walk off.
You don't have to verbally say anything. It's just the noise your body makes because you're in armor. You bound beyond the group, and each of you are sort of like in the midst of talking. Aaron, you're feeling the tension starting to rise, and she just hauls just right in between you guys, just beyond Leona. Her attention has been drawn. Everyone's eyes sort of focus on this, and you can see that it's Dieter's younger sister. So Sora, when you arrive, she's crying. They took him. They took Dieter.
Who took Dieter?
The shadows. They took Dieter.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And Carter will tentatively reach out to give her a hug.
I mean, that's what Sosora's gonna do.
As you guys both begin to sort of crowd in, so Sora, your eyes are drawn to something. The little girl is clutching onto something in her arms, like it is a saving grace. It is a life vest in this moment. And your eyes focus on this, and you realize that she's holding a small toy Krog.
Return of the Krog.
And that's where we end tonight's session.
Fuck you, Bub. You're a piece of shit for that.
I did check on them, just not last night. It was the night before, goddammit.
Damn it.
Shadow people, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it!
If Aaron doesn't talk now, Aaron's the one that's gonna get it first.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Leona may be standing there, but
I have to
if
decide.
You know,
Sosora's got a lot of decision making to do, and I don't know.
Look, Leona, the shadow
Your
people have
decision is-
taken more children.
Your
I'm
decision
gonna have
is,
to shove
are you
my
gonna-
fingers
yeah.
into the wound now to get Aaron to spill the beans.
Speak!
So Sora's decision now is: do you follow Rowan and Carter because they're about to take off?
Yeah.
Oh, you followed us. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. We ended with the sight of the Krog.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know what the Krog is a small stuffed animal creature. It is half crow top, and it's the back half of its body, the bottom half, is of a dog/hyena, some sort of jackal-like hound. It's a small stuffed Krog. I feel like I've left you guys frustrated and with so many questions.
It's not even you. It's fucking Bulba.
Both
He's a
of you are
fucking dumbass.
You're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. I promise.
I'm upset at myself, not you.
No,
'Cause
I
I
know.
did do it the night before, and I didn't do it last fucking
But
night
it's
when
not
I
even
wanted
for
to.
the reason. I know why Bulba's doing it for that reason. I need simply the fact that he got stabbed by the shadows. That's the part I want. That's what Sora wants.
Bulba
He doesn't know. He just
Bulba doesn't
saw a
know that he
black
was.
cloak.
He saw a cloak. Like he can't tell you the information on
Etch
that.
told him though. Etch
No.
told him that.
He told him it wasn't a gnome, and it was.
He
something in a
told him.
black
He
cloak.
told him it was. He told him who attacked him.
He told
Could at
him
least given
that.
us the information of who attacked him.
There's
Well,
still.
he said, "I've never seen a gnome disappear
Yeah.
literally into a shadow."
Correct.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's the guy.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, you have to bear in mind, you saw someone else simultaneously disappear into the shadows that were a human. That was Jill with the last laugh.
Jill. Yep.
So there's a lot of play here. There's a lot of information to discern. And it's easy to know, it's easy to see when frustrations are starting to heighten just because there's a clock. There's an actual clock that's happening at the table. So don't let it get you down. It's good to keep this energy. Start filing the information that you have because you guys got more. You got a lot more information this session. We also saw the introduction of our first NPC.
Who's my favorite, by the way? I don't know who made it, but you are a goat. Whoever that was. I don't know who did it,
That's
but they're a
Sloths.
goat. It's Sloths. Sloth's a
It has
goat.
to- It sounds like sloth.
Etch,
Sloth's the goat. It's Sloths and she's the goat, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Etch is Sloth's NPC.
Hell yeah, sloth.
So if you guys liked Etch,
Sloth the goat then. Okay.
We took the information of Etch that I've been provided, and I ran with it. I hope Sloth likes it. I hope he does. If he doesn't, I'm sure he'll be like, that is not what I had in my mind.
I liked Etch.
I think Etch is fun. He's going to be a fun character to play with.
You gave me Nos vibes.
Not in some ways, there is some Nosferatu inspirations for sure.
Wants secrets, dealing with information in the sewers, rats, so many rats.
Well, let's just say I'll rather deal with Etch than the old man with marionette strings from his fingers. All right.
It sounds like we need that old man right now. Puppet Aaron to fucking talk.
He knows. he mentioned something about me, and I'm like, I need to talk to the rat man. And I need to figure out what's going on with the rat man.
Your story is particularly difficult here, Aaron, or in this case, Bulba, because your character, it's your arc. What's happening right now is your character's arc. So you're gonna get a lot of above board perception and the pushback from not only the players but the NPCs, because you are supposed to herald something that died 20 years ago when you went missing.
I mean, there's reasons I'm not just spouting out information out in the middle of the street.
Sure.
That's vital to the investigation.
Especially since you were told that you're being watched.
By multiple parties.
Why does the campaign have so many heralds? It's crazy.
There's a lot of heralds.
There's a lot of heralds.
So many heralds.
I want a pastrami on rye.
Yeah. Oh man, no, it's good. It's good. Thank you guys again. This was another strong session. It was really fun to sort of tell this part of the story, and the introduction of the Striders of Farlanen. The Striders of Farlanen are fun, especially when you get more details about them. There's a lot on the table. It's gonna be sick, man. This is the thing about Shackled City. It's layers, guys. This is the Shrekest of onions. All right, you got to peel this thing back because it doesn't want to open up. It is completely happy, thriving on its own disrepair, and you guys are like, you're a powder keg walking around with information that's going to disrupt many currents. Okay, you're pebbles in the bigger stream right now, so just keep moving, keep staying alive and bumping people, because you're doing cool things. Your characters are definitely interesting, and the moves and motivation is fun to watch. I hope everybody else has been having fun watching them. I totally understand if my players are suffering with some frustration right now, because I've been in your space before where it's like, I need you to fucking talk, dog. We need to get it all out on the table right now before I flip this bitch.
It doesn't make sense for Aaron right now to just spill everything he knows.
For sure.
Well,
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, the thing is that Carter isn't like,
I know as Carter,
like,
it makes no sense to him at all that he's not.
Well, it doesn't make sense to him, but also his thing is like, he's like, that's all I know. And then Carter nat 20s to figure out that that's not true. And he's like, just say something at least truthful. Like, why are you lying to me? We got to go save the kids. We don't have time for lies.
Swallowed is
like,
right.
You can just,
Swallowed is right.
The corruption, say, like,
the corruption's been here longer than 21 years. It's just had 21 more years to grow.
Yeah, outside of the Watch of Skellerang.
Yeah, because he was a massive thorn in the sides of anyone. So watching him slowly decay unto death, it was like freedom. It was like someone left the key in the jail cell door.
The popcorn that was popping underneath the lid that was Skellerang came off.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun to investigate, man. You guys you're doing it. You're doing the things. I flipped a page in the book and I count that as a success, right? Because sometimes we have days where pages don't flip. We stay right in the same space. And you got details. We'll have more.
Days we might just close the book.
Now let's stay in the bathhouse for the next 6 episodes.
Holy, you got to get there first. Okay, we can't even close it on that one.
Look, the next 2 episodes are getting to the bathhouse, and then the next 3 after that are just in the bathhouse.
Technically, there is some lie. This was the second NPC because the first NPC was Leona. Leona is Bulba's NPC.
It's my NPC.
Correct. So if you guys like Leona, if you like Etch, these are the kind of characters that we're bringing into the story for the sake of our players. I hope that you like them. Leona takes no shit, and she is quick to get scrappy. I hope you guys saw that tonight.
Well, there may be a fight as soon as the episode starts next time, so.
There just might. And she ain't afraid to get wild with it, dude.
She's gonna lay your asses down.
If you don't talk, she's gonna have to, because
I mean, I'm gonna try and convince you to go after you.
Literally, Rowan's kids are stolen right now. So
it's a lot of information for them to parse as well, but that's something that we can talk about after this. Guys, thank you for watching tonight. We're going to get this up. I got to come up with a title, and Christy will get it posted for you guys in a couple of days, just in case.